Hello!
Hi, everyone!
Hello,
Ori thought I
welcome.
was quiet, so we were trying to figure it out.
She was quiet when she started talking, and now she's loud again, so I don't know what it was.
I think I was quiet because I'm trying to preserve what's left of my voice, but fuck it, we ball.
You have all day tomorrow to not talk.
I actually do not. I have to make up for the Monday I missed.
Oh no! Alright, don't do rest your voice, Mars. We need you for Friday.
Oh, I'll be fine, don't worry.
Alright. You've made the contract. You have no more sick leave.
You have no reason to doubt me. And I'll have a better mic.
Yes, guys, it'll be Mars's first Ace Attorney stream with her new hand-me-down mic.
Yes. Took you a while to get there, but you got there.
I was trying to think of exactly how to say what it was. It's new to Mars, but it's not new in general.
It's new to me, but it has been in rotation.
Wanna hear some cool news about new things?
Yes.
So for a long time, I've been going back and forth on whether or not I should get myself an iPad. And I've just been back and forth because I don't want to feel guilty by like, oh, I could be working on the comic and stuff now because I have the iPad or something. And two, I don't want to not draw traditional art on my sketchbook. I want to, still draw traditionally. But today, I had one of those days that was just like, I knew that today was going to be a do-nothing day at work, and that I was also going to have less time at home than normal because of said do-nothing day at work. Because it was very far from home, but literally for me to just sit in my car and look at a hole every hour and literally do nothing. I didn't even have to measure a tree. I didn't have to take literally do nothing. And
that sounds kind of nice, honestly.
It's nice, except it's like, oh shit, I'm getting home like an hour later than I would normally get home, and I have stuff to do, and I already didn't get to it all yesterday, right?
And stream starts earlier tonight.
Yeah, so it's like a whole shebang, and so it's like, oh god, and I was like, I think I want an iPad because this would be the prime time to be like, Ori can do comic sketches. I would probably not be doing it for a long time for like fully rendered stuff, specifically because I like the brushes for like line art that I use and Mars and like the blending tool I use, and I wouldn't have the same art program on the iPad just for like monetary reasons, and I hate subscription services, so I refuse to have Clip Studio Paint as a subscription service, which is the only way to have it on a tablet. So I'm just gonna get Procreate because it's a one-time purchase. That's the way to do it. But I'll probably use it just for sketching out the comic and that sort of thing, and doodling in general if I want to. But I think that I've become confident in myself that I can do it in a way where it will be beneficial to work on the comic and take my stress down and not be me stressing about like, oh, I'm not working on the comic, I'm a bad person, blah, blah, blah. I'm a bad comic artist. And I'm ready for that. And, my birthday's in a month, and Dylan was like, your birthday present will be early. And he got me the iPad. So I'm so excited. And hopefully it comes tomorrow before I have to go to work and do fuck all as well.
That's awesome.
I'm very excited. It's pink, so really epic. I will say, okay, so there's a whole thing.
Ooh, wait, pink or rose gold?
No, it's pink.
That is
it's like full pink.
Ooh.
It's like
nice.
It's not hot pink. It's like salmon pink, but it's like matte, like full pink,
Okay.
It's not like metal tinted pink. It's like pink.
Ooh, your favorite kind of pink.
Yeah, I'm very excited. But yeah, I get to do literally what I did tomorrow, which I'm not particularly happy about. But I did prep for D&D today, for Pathfinder today, while there. So that was helpful. you know, having that sort of time. But oh, I hope I get to set it up and do it. I'll be very, very excited. I'm very excited.
That's amazing.
So excited. And then yeah, so it just means that like on short trips I can still have it if I want to do it, but I think I cannot feel obligated. I think I can be a good healthy artist and not feel pressured by the existence of the iPad. But so very excited. New art update in Ori's art experience. So what I wanted to say. So originally I was like, so VTube, okay, we gotta back up. VTubing, the way that it works is basically you have a camera pointed at you looking at the real you, and that goes into a software that then translates it into the model and moving the model. And now there is, without question, without competition, the best camera to use for this is a newer Apple camera. So the iPhones from like, I think it's like X and on have it, and then like the iPad Pros have it from like 3rd generation on or something. And so I was like, oh, you know, if I'm getting an iPad, like I've been thinking about like, okay, when I VTube, I want to get an iPhone, like an older iPhone, literally like just unlocked to not do it, literally just to use it for this purpose of VTubing, to have like the good movement and everything. And I was like, well, if I'm getting an iPad, like, let's see, can I get the iPad with this thing? And it's like, yeah, you know, the iPad Pro, you know, in this size, any generation, or the bigger size, 3rd generation and higher, has this camera. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like looking at it refurbished, and like, you know, for like an older generation. And it's like, they're not cheap, you know? They're certainly not cheap.
They never are.
But they're not, you know, they're like, I think they're in like the 500 or whatever, and I'm like, okay, that's not terrible. Like, maybe I'd splurge on that and get both in one, you know, kill two birds with one stone. But then I read reviews where it's like a lot of people were getting like refurbished ones where specifically this feature was broken.
And
it's like, that's kind of the point of getting it if I'm going for this model and not the cheap. And my mom is like, Ori, you know, you deserve it, but get yourself like a new one. You know, don't get a refurbished. And I was like, okay, but they're like $1,000. They're like $1,100 for the new one with this camera. And I'm like, okay, I'm not willing to do that if it's literally for this very, very, very small purpose of side drawing tablet and part-time VTuber, you know, camera. It's like, not worth that kind of money. And then I found out that I could get a very easily refurbished iPhone of like the iPhone like 12 or 13, you know, for like $300, and then the iPad, the lowest tier iPad, is like $300, and so it's like, that's significantly cheaper than getting a $1,100 iPad, so might as well just do that when I need it instead.
Why not? Just go for it at that point.
So it's like, no, we got the iPad, and then when it comes to the VTubing thing, we'll get the iPhone. Because I can get this iPhone certified refurbished from Amazon, which I definitely trust more than, you know, random, like, and I can get them in, like, excellent quality versus, like, a bunch of the, like, refurbished iPads and stuff were, like, good or acceptable. And I was like, that is not a vote of confidence, in my opinion.
That definitely isn't. No, I would not trust that.
Yeah. Would I get certified refurbished excellent? Yes. Do I get certified refurbished good? If I don't really need it for anything fancy and it's very cheap, maybe. Do I get certified refurbished acceptable? Probably not. Probably not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Acceptable is just does not bode well.
Hello,
Pastry
more
Puff.
than acceptable. Hiya, Pastry.
Welcome, welcome. Have you been art fighting? Or just chilling? I have these 2 commissions to do. Honestly, I think I'm in a line art mood kind of day. We're just gonna get as much things to the line art stage as possible. So we're gonna line these swords. Ah, yes, the Windbreaker. How far along?
Beautiful.
But good vibes that the iPad comes before I have to leave for work tomorrow.
I am just like, I'm looking forward to tomorrow night because I am binging Sasaki and Miyano, and I'm going to have a good time with no spider interruptions this time. I'm hoping. I'm also
what, you
hoping
finished 6,
to
right?
watch
So you're like
the first
halfway.
Oh, I finished
8,
7, I think.
Okay.
Hang on, let me check that.
And then don't forget the movie. The movie's really good.
Oh crap! I forgot about the movie.
Yeah, no, you gotta watch I mean, it's an anime movie. It's like an hour, but you gotta watch the movie. You get the Hirano and Kaguya.
I watched up to episode 7, so I have 8 through 12.
Okay, and then the movie.
That's 5 episodes.
And 13,
I
don't you? There's 13 too, isn't
No,
there?
there's only 12 episodes.
Oh, is there only 12? I know the
according to my
last
anime list,
episode.
there is.
No, okay, on Crunchyroll, it's 13, I think, because they have an extra episode that's an anime-only episode that's, like, before they got together. It's really cute. Like, definitely watch it. And it sets up a little bit of, Hirano Kagiura. Jesus. The letters are always in a way that I never remember. And then there's the movie. So, you got a lot of Sasaki and Miyano left, Mars.
Well, damn. Okay, I guess
Yeah.
I'll throw some Elusive Samurai and Bye Bye Earth in there, because I've been interested in those.
Yeah. What day does Twilight Out of Focus come out?
That is on, it's either Sunday or Monday, I believe.
I think it has to be Sunday, because I think Sunday night you were telling me about it, and I watched it Tuesday? Because I don't remember you telling me about it on a Monday night.
I don't think I would have watched it this Sunday, because I felt terrible.
Maybe you watched it Monday, then. I gotta say,
but maybe
today,
it came out on Sunday.
Today did not feel like a Wednesday, so I don't even know.
In some respects it did, and then others it was just like, no, this is wrong.
I'm very blanking. Oh, but guys, this is no spoilers because Mars hasn't seen it. Mars already has like some spoilers, but I did specifically like keep it vague. So, you know, Mars only has vibe checks. Yes, I finished Futopii. It's getting a movie that's literally coming out this November, so very exciting. I'm very exciting. The show like leads up to what the movie's gonna be about, like specifically, so I'm very excited. And hopefully season 2, because there's a lot left to be like learned and figured out, and it's definitely left on like a cliffhanger sort of thing, right? Like there's still stuff going on. And I really, really, really hope there will be a season 2, but I'm excited about the movie. And it's really fun. It's really good. It's definitely not like a mystery. I will say like the mysteries when they're solved are very interesting, the solution, but it's definitely not a mystery where it's like, oh, you could have really put the pieces together. The stuff is not there.
Anime Moriarty the Patriot. This is BBC Sherlock. You're
stuff
admiring
is there.
how smart they are.
There's a couple bits that are like, oh, like you could like be on the right track, but it's definitely not all there for you to solve alongside the characters. But it's still really interesting. It's still like, I will say, the like there's like a murder mystery mansion, and honestly, the like resolution of that whole thing was like really good in my opinion. It was very, very interesting about what happened and how it happened. So very interesting. That's probably my favorite arc, like mystery wise. I really enjoyed that one. It's also all Philip and Shotaro because they're stuck in the mansion together. No Tokime. But
I'm kind of here for that.
She has some interesting stuff going on. I will say there are some like very, as I would say, anime scenes with her later on. You know, she's already dressed the way she is. So there's definitely like some anime scenes are just like, okay.
I like her outfit. It's pretty tasteful.
Well, she got that
It
new
could've
one.
been
That
worse.
one's nice. But no. I'm saying just like that kind of thing. There's a thing that happens in like the 11th episode or something, and it's just like, why the other characters kind of young looking? I don't enjoy this. It's not. It's very evil, and it's meant to be very evil, but it's also very uncomfortable. But it's not very long, and it's not like painted in a good way. But
Oh my.
yeah. I've definitely got some theories. Definitely some interesting stuff going around in there. I will say the Zac Efron character, he's not very fleshed out, but he's fun when he's on screen, you know?
Sometimes that's all you need.
He's fun when he's on screen. He kicks ass, and you know, that's all we really need. He's a good sidekick. / a hero in his own right. It's kind of up, like, I don't really know. He's also a writer, and they're like bros. It's not a secret, like they know. But yeah. Oh, the second arc is really good too. Okay, I will say the second mystery and the third mystery really good mystery, like interesting mystery wise. Again, not like a way you can set it up. It's called Futopi.
Yes.
I think it's very fun.
I accidentally thought it was Futo Pie when I saw it the first time.
She did, which was very funny. It's
Also,
apparently
Philip
based off
has
a
such
live
a good
action
style.
Yes, Philip has such a good style. We learn interesting things about Philip's backstory. So the movie is gonna be wild, is all I'm gonna say. Okay? I can't imagine, because we saw like some clips of the backstory at the end of the last episode, and I'm just like, well then, what the fuck? Okay. Again, no spoilers. But
I'm like, all right.
It's good. Yeah, it's only 12 episodes right now. I got through it pretty fast. It's definitely more on like the I'm having a good
read through it. I haven't even gotten to watch episode 4 yet.
Again, I've had a lot of days where it's like sit on your ass in the car and watch people dig holes. It is nice after having like
to a degree.
Really long time of like there's no work here. And, it has its highs and its lows, just like anything else. But I will say it is, on the cushier side of jobs. I will not deny that. But what was I saying? It's definitely a fun, enjoyable time. I do recommend it. But it's definitely more on like this is a fun romp, and then it also has like some interesting mysteries sometimes. But I wouldn't say that like.
Are you ready, kids?
Oh, land ho, birthday cake. Land ho.
Land ho.
But I wouldn't say that that's like, if you don't also enjoy the kind of like Power Ranger-esque vibes of the fights, you're not gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't enjoy the fun romp during that, you're not gonna like it. You have to have both.
Yes. That is critical.
Because it's certainly a kind of a little goofy, because it is like Power Rangers. A little more murdery Power Rangers, I will say.
Probably more murdery.
Yeah, there is significant more death, like visual death, much gayer, but in like a interesting way, where it's like, OT3, good.
I could see it.
Yeah. So it was. I think it was gayer than we went in expecting, if I'm being completely honest.
Oh damn.
Just like, I don't know, unlike Samurai Flamenco, where we were like, this is like queer representation anime recommended, that wasn't Futopi. We just saw like 2 detectives and we were like, we like detectives, right?
We do indeed like detectives.
But like, it remind me, we didn't like go into this being like anything more than like, fun 2 detectives, will probably ship them. Like, it wasn't like a queer anime list anime.
It was kind of like, oh, this has potential.
Well, it definitely had potential. And then they lean into it. And it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, they really lean into it.
So
Which,
it was
honestly,
good.
face.
It was
I'm here
very
for it.
fun. It was in a very fun way, in my opinion. Philip is a very fun character. And Shotaro definitely gives off JoJo character, like JoJo, like a Joestar vibes. Like he should be a Joestar vibes.
Oh, he really does. The posing and everything.
The posing.
Like, please.
But he's also very caring, and they go into that and stuff. Hello, Hunter.
Hiya, Hunter.
So yeah, next up I have Samurai Flamenco, and that'll be fun.
I must catch up.
Okay, fine. I'll watch like Ace Attorney or something.
That's fine. Watch what you want.
We'll see. I do have Ace Attorney that I do have to watch. I do want to get through it. I just going slow because I do want to continue to like do art for it because I think that's fun and it's fun to put on our channel and stuff. I also think it could be a fun like we just make a video going through it.
Now that would be hilarious.
Just for shits and giggles. But yeah.
I cannot find this to save my life. Where did it go?
I feel like I saw I had other things. Oh yeah, and I don't know when Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest updates. Yeah, what are the three? The three animes that are open currently in Crunchyroll are Twilight Out of Focus, Ace Attorney, and Mr. Villain's Day Off. And technically Fairy Tail 100 Years
You need
Quest.
to finish Mr. Villain's Day Off.
I know. The only reason I haven't is
That
because I
one's
was
so
trying to do it with
fun.
Dylan. We had been going back and forth doing it with Dylan.
I see.
But we'll see.
Mr. Villain
otherwise
is
I'm
very
caught
well
up.
worth it. Super wholesome, super cute.
But yeah. Otherwise, I'm pretty caught up. With all the things that I was interested in following.
Yes, and we still need to watch Tiramisu.
Yes, but that we have to start together.
Yes. That cannot be done separately. That would be criminal.
Indeed. That's the anime book club way now. So a bit of the Persona 4 anime.
Oh, nice. I debated watching that one because I adore the game. Still haven't played it, but I do still adore it. And I'm like, okay, if the anime does this justice or doesn't do it justice, I don't want to be hurt by it.
Mm.
I don't want it to tarnish these memories I have.
Mm.
I've heard anime based on video games are getting better though. Apparently the new what was it? Sakura, I think. Sakura of Rice and Ruin. That was first a video game and now it's an anime, and apparently it's like doing a really good job establishing its plot line and actually like having like an actual story. You don't really need to know the game to know the characters.
No, that's good. I think there's like
that's a trap a lot of them fall
there's
into.
like 3 issues I find that come around like any game turned into a movie or a show, and it's like, 1, how long is the game, right? And how much of that
That's an
game
important
time
question.
is story related? You know what I'm saying? And how much is like just the gameplay, right? Like Celeste, say, has a story, but you're spending most of your time platforming, like trying to platform, like it's difficult, you know? So like, how much does that specifically need to go into the show? You know what I'm saying? Right. And how does the timing work out? I think that's a big thing.
That's why adapting RPGs is so difficult.
I think
so
it's why
much
adapting...
of it, like, it's very story based, but then so much of it also isn't plot. It's literally just you're playing the game, you're vibing. Persona kind of falls into an interesting category where you have the fighting component, then you have the story driven component, but then you also have like the daily activities component where your character is going to school, they're making connections, they're bonding with people. So I think
Well, that's why,
Persona
like,
is actually in a better area where it has a lot
it
more to work
sounds
with.
like it. It sounds like it does.
Hypothetically.
And so that's like one thing. Well, because it was like, you know, it was like, oh, when they were trying to make the Dr. Seuss books into like films and, you know, even like just half-hour specials or something. Like, just there's only so much book, you know? Like,
Yeah,
like there's only so
no.
much content.
They need to stop that.
Okay, some of them are good. Some of them are not.
Some of them are passable.
I think that the TV special Grinch and Lorax are
TV
good.
special Grinch and TV special Lorax are fantastic.
They're good.
I was thinking of the more modern iterations.
They filled
where it's
them
like,
out.
You either get
Okay.
the most memey thing ever, or it's just bad.
I will say the modern Lorax has like a weird place in my heart because they did the made it a musical, right? And that's what the specials like did with like the Grinch, you know, in the way where they sang the Grinch song for that whole like thing, that whole sequence of him stealing the presents and stuff. That's how they like padded a lot of it out, was that song. And they did a bunch of songs in the Lorax film, like, you know, TV special as well. And I think that worked really well because it's a rhyming book, right? So song works and makes sense. So I have like a special place where it's like, I like the songs and the Lorax. They're goofy and dumb, but like it feels fairly Dr. Seuss in my opinion, right? You know, like it's definitely like modern Dr. Seuss. I enjoy it. Okay, I will say I enjoy the lyrics. I'm so disappointed that the then modern Grinch had none of that and completely changed the Grinch song to be like a rap that barely even played for like a very, very, very small part of it. I'm very upset that there was no, and of course like Ahu Dore, you know, because like I think there would be riots in the street if they didn't have that, but it would have been nice. I wish there was more singing in it, and I think that's what disappoints me the most about the modern Grinch. The modern Horton Hears a Who, I think, is one of the better ones on Modern Wise. There is definitely like a weird lilt to it, but it was really fun in my opinion seeing like Whoville while it's like being jingled around and being dropped, and the mayor was funny, you know? So like it has its moments as well. Okay, hold on. We have Pastry Puff dropping the lore about Frieren.
Oh.
The original Japanese version, the name of the show is Soso no Frieren. And
yeah.
Translated as Frieren at the funeral. Oh, which makes sense.
Well, that
yeah,
hurts.
It does. But also has a second interpretation, which can mean Frieren who causes the funeral. Where
Frieren the Slayer.
Slayer. Oh. That is
like
really
that's
neat.
Something you miss when you watch it in the dub. I definitely watched it in dub.
It is very cool. I don't regret watching it in dub though, but that is really fun. Speaking
that's a
of
really neat lore
of
drop.
things though, Pastry Puff, I have in my possession the final copy, the final volume of Dungeon Meshi.
Did you get to read it
No,
today?
I didn't read it today. I got into a like a Pathfinder planning mood, and you just kind of have to vibe, you know?
Okay.
You just kind of have to vibe.
That's acceptable.
But maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow.
Maybe.
Because, okay, honestly, the biggest thing is that because they're soft cover, I, like, have to sit and break in the book so I don't crease the cover. And
Ooh,
so
yeah.
I have to find, like, a YouTube video that I can listen to while I sit there and go, like, for, like, it's not that long, but it's mindless and boring, so it's annoying. Ooh, there's a clip of, Persona 4 Golden in the refrigerator door for you, Mars.
Oh, thank you.
Via birthday cake.
Alright. I'll watch it if it loads. Oh, Kaji. I mean, that's basically how he acted in the game, too.
So there you go.
I wonder if they got the voice actors from the game to come reprise their role for the anime dub. Although I gotta say, it's very weird for Soji to have an actual voice. I know in the show he goes by you, but I always found that weird because it's like, that feels a little too punny where it's like, it's you, but it's also you as the player. Nah, man. He's Soji Seta in my heart and forever. I'm sorry. You Narukami, not doing it for me. Soji Seta, that's a main character name.
And you yell at me about my issue with Gavin's first name.
Okay, but you're just standing there like, it's ugly!
You're literally sitting here, Mars, and being like, you, not the vibe. Soji Seta, main character energy, bro. And I'm over here like, ew, Clavier, not the vibe. Kyoya, main prosecutor
sounds
energy,
bad.
though.
It's just too much of a gag name for me. Where it's like, I feel like the intent there was, it's
Clavier
you, why
is
you? But it's also
gag name.
you, why oh you, the player. Like, I don't know, that just felt really gimmicky to me.
And
Where I'm just like,
Clavier
okay,
has
I
the
see what
same
you're doing,
issue.
and it's clever, but no.
Because he's
his
a
name.
stupid name. He doesn't even play the fucking piano. And his brother wasn't given a stupid instrument name. He has a normal fucking name.
I'm so sorry that the game did not grace you with a second better alternative for his name.
Cadence! Cadence was the correct option! Disappointment. I guess pastry.
Yeah,
but the
that's
difference
it,
is
pastry puff. That's it.
but see where then you
that's like,
has
and
the
that's also the
benefit.
problem. If I'm reading fan fiction and I read you said, I'm just like, yeah, no.
But the
Now the wires are
benefit
crossed.
the benefit is that you is a fine name on its own. Clavier sucks as a name overall.
Apologies to all the claviers.
There
in
is
the
not a
audience.
single clavier. I will say, is there a single fucking clavier on this planet that is an actual person who has been named not by themselves? See, this is a different, because I gotta say, trans people, they pick weird names. They have a good time, but they pick weird names. So I'm sorry, I'm not counting you.
Okay.
I know a trans person that named themselves Parmesan. Like, we're not going here.
The funny
okay?
thing is when I type clavier Facebook because I'm trying to find profiles, I get pianist and the piano guys, the piano community.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. There's no one named that. At least
So,
not that I can find. in my very
Javier,
deep
fine.
dive into this
Javier,
problem.
totally a name. Clavier, no. Nuh-uh.
It's just not doing it for you, huh?
It's just so bad.
So bad.
It could have been so much better. We could have had a cool guy, and we didn't.
Hey, he's still a cool guy, just
Okay,
with a crappy
he
name.
is a cool guy, and that's what makes it so much worse. Oh no, I forgot that this sword is kind of detailed.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Ori made mistakes.
I didn't make mistakes, I just forgot that it's gonna take longer.
Yeah, maybe by the second child they just gave up pastry puff.
Cadence, though! Cadence, though.
It was right there.
It was right there.
God, Apollo Justice is gonna be so fun.
We're not gonna say, okay, I will be surprised if we say his name enough to make me rant about it that often, if I'm
The
being
name
honest.
has to be said at least twice.
Oh, yes, but like, as an overall thing, like, they're gonna call him Gavin, just like people
Well,
barely call
Prosecutor
Edgeworth
Gavin.
Miles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, we'll get Apollo, and we'll get... Do they ever... Okay, I can't actually imagine ever them calling him Defense Attorney Justice. That's just...
That's too much of a
Mr.
mouthful.
Justice? Wow.
No.
No, they call him Mr. Right all the time, but Mr. that's like I'm a superhero now. Like, what is the... Ooh, I didn't think this through, if I'm being honest. Ooh, Apollo,
Defense
my
Attorney
bro,
Justice.
my boy, Apollo. At least Wright is like a last name. You know what I'm saying? Like, Wright feels like a last name, just like White feels like a last name. You know, like, it's there. Justice is just a word.
I mean, it could be a first name, but it sounds so weird saying Mr. Justice. Because you're right, we do go into like Mr. Incredible, Mr. Fantastic.
Exactly.
Like now we're in that territory, and it's so
and it's
weird.
really odd. Wow, I didn't think about that. Do they call him? I can't.
Oh no, we didn't think this through.
Do they call him that often? We are in investigations
I
1,
will share
case
this.
4.
I do know that Gavin has a nickname for Apollo. I won't
Okay,
share
I
what
do
it
know a nickname
but
for
I'm
Apollo.
pretty sure he's more often referred to as that.
But I'm just saying, like, in court, like, okay, right, we have Phoenix.
Or Polly,
right?
which is
right?
honestly so cute.
Oh, that's the nickname I think of. There's another one? Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
But, because Polly's the one I know. Which gives Nick vibes, which I'm good with, right? We have Phoenix and Nick, and we have Apollo and Polly, and it's like, okay, these are like the same vibes. Okay, we got it. This is fine. But the amount of people that call Phoenix Mr. Right is a significant amount, right? Like, that is a significant... Like, the judge says Mr. Right. I'm pretty sure Gumshoe says Mr. Right. Right? Like, a lot of people say Mr. Right. And I'm just curious, is what is the judge? And I don't even know who the detective in an Apollo Justice is, so I'm very curious who that's gonna be. Who's the Gumshoe role, you know? No idea. Blind on that one.
I must know.
I'm very curious. But, like, what are they gonna call Apollo? Because Mr. Justice is just rough.
I'm very curious. I can't wait to find
I'm
out.
excited. I'm excited. It'll be curious though, because I will say, while Dylan has been Gumshoe, I don't think that will necessarily be like Dylan is Gumshoe versus like Dylan's always the prosecutor, Ori's always the defense attorney, and Mars is always like the second hand. I think that
I'm the sidekick.
You are the sidekick. Honestly, Dylan will probably be the detective, solely because usually the prosecutor doesn't have a lot of out-of-court speaking roles, and we don't want him to not have that. So honestly, it makes sense for Dylan to be the detective.
I think it does.
So he'll be the detective.
It all checks out.
It all checks out.
No issues here.
Yeah. All works out. Ooh, and then I'll get to do new outfits. I don't know if I'm gonna have any new outfits for the second investigations game. That's what I was saying, Pastry
Puff.
Puff.
Around as a sidekick?
She's on the cover of the second game, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Ace, attorney, prosecutors, path. Well, I guess it's Gambit now, but I don't even know. Doesn't matter. I just need the comic cover. Yeah, it has K, but then it has two characters that we've never seen before, and so it doesn't have Lang. So you might keep your outfit. I might not. I might change my outfit.
Okay. Well, Lang's been dragged off to jail, so
What? No, Lang's not. Lang is in jail?
wasn't he the Wait, no.
No.
Which guy? Oh, no. Oh crap! I'm confusing him with
Portsman?
Portsman. Yeah.
Oh, no. Portsman.
I did that the first time too. I thought that was your character.
Lang. Well, I mean, I do voice them both, but Lang didn't go to jail. Favorite character in the original trilogy to voice. Favorite character to voice. I will say I feel very, very comfortable with Phoenix at this point. So, if I'm being honest, as you've seen, I slip into it very easily. So, and it doesn't, like, hurt my voice. It doesn't have a problem. I will say I did enjoy April May's voice. I thought that was fun. And I also enjoyed, Bikini's voice. I had fun doing that too as well. Armstrong, I wish it didn't hurt my voice as much as it did, but it definitely hurt to do. I could not, like, that's my Will Powers is Armstrong, so it's like, couldn't do that. So I think it's definitely, if it can't be Phoenix, I'd put it as April May or Bikini. What about you, Mars? Who's your favorite original trilogy character to voice?
Original trilogy character. I definitely like voicing Old Bag, but she did kill me at some times. Lotta was very easy to slip into, so I did enjoy doing her. I don't know why. For some reason, that accent and just the drawl is very easy for me to turn on and off. So she's very fun to play, and also just ad-libbing for her and making her sound like
ad-libbing for her is
brilliant.
Fun too. I think that's why I like Phoenix. It's easier for me to ad-lib for him, especially because apparently I just am Phoenix and read his voice lines fairly often, so.
And then third character I really enjoy voicing. I'm trying to think of the other characters I've been throughout. Most consistently, I do enjoy Maya because it's kind of just me with more energy, if that's possible.
Ooh, so Maya or Emma, though?
Definitely easiest. Definitely Maya.
Okay.
Maya's easier than Emma because Emma has that rasp on her. So, like, I gotta get that, like, rasp in my throat when I'm voicing her, and that little, like, this is my science voice, because I'm really excited, but I'm also nerdy. It's, like, almost a more feminine
That is your science voice. That is your science voice, though. Damn. Wow. Because you don't do an identical voice.
Imagine how that would have sounded like if I had the good mic.
But definitely, Fifi from Tangled Tower was also nerd, and you also gave her a similar raspy. It was different, but it definitely is like the, I see the science voice coming through.
Emma, I feel like was a bit younger. I definitely gave her a younger voice. I feel like Fifi was definitely,
she was older.
Had more of the adult voice, which I'm trying to not recreate with older Emma. I really do want to give her some dirt. So I'm like, okay, maybe we can mellow the rasp a little bit, but she's still like the same person.
I will say,
it's always interesting to see, like, when the characters come back older. It's like, okay, how did their voice grow with them?
But I will say, I think that
I need water after that one. See, this is why I like Maya more than Emma.
Not worrying about doubling up on voices from other franchises. I'm like, it's gonna happen. Like, I know that Ryunosuke is going to have my, like, grimoire voice. Like, I know that that's gonna happen. So, like, I just, I'm fine with that. Because it is a different franchise, right? It's not like two characters in the same, like, game universe have the same voice. Like, I'm
more like when a voice actor just provides a similar voice.
Yeah, I'm a person. I only have so many voices, and we voice a lot of fucking characters. Okay, I will say, if this was, like, real, our IMDb pages would be very long, longer than a lot voice actors you see sometimes. Because just the list of characters that any given moment we have to voice is a lot. Obviously, you know, very renowned ones would be longer, but you know, there's definitely ones that are like, oh no, you only voice like, you're really good, but you only voice like 8 characters or something. It's like, no, we have surpassed that at this point, and there's many more to
very
come.
much surpassed that.
Ooh, you know, I did also enjoy Ron Delight's voice.
Oh, Ron Delight you did really well.
He was a brand of guy voice that I'm very happy with, and so I'm definitely like, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed doing that one as well.
Nice. I did enjoy doing Max. His was fun. Didn't always like what I was saying, but his voice was fun to have that dramatic flair on the end. I think giving him the flamboyant personality and not the fully masculine voice definitely balanced pretty well.
And it made it distinctly not Judge voice.
The voice I hated the most. I have to say, there are some days where I love voicing Larry because I feel like his voice is a flex for me. Because like when I can get my voice to sound like a dude's, I'm like, oh hell yeah, that's awesome, that's cool. So like Ori, when you told me that, oh, your Larry is really good and it's very close to the anime, I was like, based, let's go.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I heard
that
anime Larry,
that
and I was
voice
like, oh.
Hurts so much. I have not found a way to do that safely and productively, so at this point I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do the voice and pray I don't get laryngitis the next day.
Well, like we talked about, a lot of voice actors are not like doing it the super right way, because sometimes I don't think you can. Sometimes I feel like there isn't
really hard to. Especially when you're talking about different ranges, and you're also talking about like vocal actors are basically voice gymnasts because they can move their voice to the front of the mouth, they can move it to the back, they can move it into their nose, they can bring it up into their head. Like there are a lot of ways to make your voice sound very different. You can round your vowels more, you can speak with a wider oral cavity. Like there's so much you can do to alter how you sound.
It's really funny. So sometimes we're like doing Ace Attorney stuff and it's like, oh, we're trying to come up with new voices on the spot. And it's like, like I'm not a very good voice actor. Like, you know, I feel so bad. And then it's like, wait. But no professional voice actor is sitting there and trying to like flip-flop between like 5 different characters live in 30 seconds. And I'm like, you know what? I feel better
without having read the script first.
Yeah, we're not reading the script first. I have no idea what the tone or inflection is because I'm trying to read it live. I'm flip-flopping between like at least 2, possibly 3 characters at some points in time very quickly. Also providing commentary and like playing the game. I'm like, okay, this is not the circumstances that professionals work under, so I feel better about myself that we have this level of like, damn, we sound pretty good at these points, and we're doing this. And then I like even more pride myself and I'm like, oh, yes, Ori, when you voice Ferrex, like, you're actually, this is pretty good. And that's
pretty damn
much
good.
More in like the realism of what a voice actor would be doing, so... It's definitely a roundabout time. Same with D&D, right? It's like, oh, you know, if you're flip-flopping... Like, I think my, like, Corey voice, while not a specific accent, was a good voice overall. But it definitely is like, oh, being the DM, it's like, oh no, wait, I don't have the flip-flop skill. It's a different skill.
Where's the flip-flop skill?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Voice acting skill points, you know. Accents. Accents,
We've allotted
flip-flop.
a lot of experience points to voice acting at this point.
At this point we have. At this point, I'm definitely like, okay, so you know that webcomic Reads? They're doing, like, actually animated stuff now, and they just put out, like, a voice call for one of the main characters, Shu, and sadly it's a guy, and so I'm not gonna try to be a guy. But I was just like, oh, okay, there are a fair amount of female characters in this, and I really, like, I need to look, and I would totally do it. I'm like, please, I want to do it. So, I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna keep an eye out. because that's the other thing. I will say in Ace Attorney, I definitely voice a lot of guys. And while I've definitely gotten much better at voicing guys, because I literally have, like, done, like, looked up on the internet, like, how to be a trans man, literally, basically. Like, basically, it's like, how to make, like, be a trans guy, literally. Like, and I was just like, because that's a skill. And all like that. And I was like, okay, I've definitely tried. But, obviously, being a woman that, you know, is a biological woman and speaks normally in a feminine way, I'm like, yes, it would be just easier to voice the woman because there's a lot less thought that goes into it.
What a difference it makes.
It does. Well, because it's like, I think a lot of my, like, when I do get to voice a woman in Ace Attorney are very good. Because it's like, this is just, like, inherently easier than trying to be a man. They didn't get enough dialogue. No, they didn't get enough dialogue together. But that's sort of the... That's what happens when one of you is a defendant. Because I gotta say, the defendants don't end up talking to anybody but Phoenix that much overall. They don't really get the chance to. I find. Hey, it worked out well with Max and Regina. That they didn't get to talk very much.
If anything, they needed to talk less.
And they already didn't talk very much. See, I am excited to get to that point in the anime eventually, because I'm told that it's just handled a lot better. So I'm just very interested to see how they go about it, because it is so ingrained.
Japan saw they made an oopsie and had to fix
really,
it.
Though. But it is just so ingrained in the story of the, like, in the game, that I'm just very curious to see how they change it around, you know? Like what they do to make it not as ingrained. So that'll be interesting. Why is this? That's why. That's why it's not doing what I want. Well, so I get that, Pastry Puff, but my whole thing is like, then why does Trillo have a ring he's trying to give to her? Why is Bat getting bit by a lion? You know, like, those are two things that are ingrained in vying for Regina's hand. And so I'm just curious as to how they go about...
For as much as we joked about it, it was not a friendship ring. As much as we wanted it to be.
Yeah. And while you could say maybe the ring part is not an evidence point that is necessary to the entire thing, because I will say they do, like, cut out evidence and stuff, the lion bite is. So I'm just very curious about that.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
Again, I've only heard
a full report.
Of course, you've seen how I've been doing it before. I will give you the highest quality reports and memes. Oh, I forgot. That's why Mason wasn't here yesterday. She's on vacation. Okay, Pastry Puff, you have a good memory about... I asked you one time to remind me of something for Dichotomy, so I'm gonna ask you again, Pastry Puff. If you're here the next time Mason is here after she gets back from her vacation, I need you to remind me to talk about Fairy Tail, okay?
Yes.
I won't be upset if you forget, because I'm gonna forget, but I do know you were good about it last time.
It will be very important. Critically.
Appreciate it, Pastry Puff. Alright. I shall see, Pastry Puff. I shall see how it goes. We'll report back. We'll have doodles once again.
Yes. And there'll be happy times all around.
Indeed.
I just finished signing a whole bunch of paperwork.
Nice!
That took an entire hour.
Oof.
Woof.
Yeah. Well, it's done.
That it is.
And so...
Sort of. It's almost done. I just need some more information, and then I can finally submit.
There you go. Nothing you can do now.
Exactly. I have done all I can. Now I'm gonna reward myself with lemon cake.
Yeah. Ooh, yummy.
It's
Okay.
finally not hot as shit tonight, so I
Yeah.
can drink tea again.
Yeah, really. Yeah, guys, for those who don't know, Mars lives in the American Stone Ages and is one of the very few houses that doesn't do the AC thing.
Yeah, no.
Which, I will say, Mars, anytime I bring that up to Dylan, I think he dies a little inside thinking about
I'm sure he does.
I think he would
I don't
literally...
doubt you both die a little bit inside.
I will say, I definitely AC a lot less. For me, it's the moisture, right? If I had like a dehumidifier...
Well, that leads to the gross feeling.
Yeah, if I had a dehumidifier, I could probably live comfortably in much warmer weather overall, because 90% of the pain of being inside in hot weather here is that it's very humid and literally it feels sticky just existing. And so the AC is for me much more of a dehumidifier of just like, same in the car, right? I will like blast the AC in a way where I'm like cold in the car.
Literally
just
have to turn the AC on
make it
as I'm
dry.
driving all the time, every time.
Just to make it dry. Just to make it dry. Not even like I'm cold. Like I'm sitting there
Because
physically
otherwise,
cold.
I swear,
But
I
otherwise
feel
it's wet.
nauseous.
Ooh,
I
that's
feel
bad.
nauseous if the AC isn't on. I'm just like, it's too hot in here. It's too moist. I feel dizzy. I
Just
feel
wet.
gross. Like, I'm gonna throw up.
So that could be a thing, Mars. If you can't get an air conditioner in your window, you could get a dehumidifier. That doesn't go in the window. That just sits in the room, and you do have to empty it out, you know, like, because it fills with
Hey,
water.
I did that with a humidifier before,
Yeah.
so.
Well, it's the opposite. You
too
remove
bad.
the water. It is good for your irons and steamers, though, if you use those. So if you have jugs and plants, it's good for your plants, too. Because it's basically
my mom will be
distilled
happy to hear
water.
that.
It's basically distilled water. So, but that will definitely, if it's less humid in your house, it will be cooler in your house. So that could be an interesting solution.
I kind of like
An
that
upgrade.
solution.
Yeah. I just thought about that. So there you go. New idea. If you can't get an AC unit, at least you could definitely be a little cooler.
I like it. Let's do it.
Yeah. And then you can use the water for stuff. Yeah, we use the water for... I have a standing steamer for clothes, and we put the water in that. Because it has no, like, deposits. You know, it has no, like, calcium and stuff in it. So it won't scale your stuff. The reason you shouldn't drink it is because it doesn't, like, distill microbes or dust and stuff out of it. But
yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend drinking.
it doesn't have chlorine and stuff in it, so it's good for your plants. And it doesn't have, you know, hard lime and stuff to scale up your appliances. So it's good for your steamers and irons.
Very nice.
And there you go. Learn something sclooble every dooble.
That you do.
Okay. Let's do this, and then let's actually hide the other layers. Yeah.
Like
And then let's make this
professionals.
Like professionals? Honestly, I feel like more like professional art is usually like drawn on way less layers.
Is it?
Because a lot of them are like painterly style.
Oh, I
And
guess
that's a lot more
true.
like blending stuff. You know, I could be totally tripping, but at least like lowish, at least the speed paint seemed to make it where she paints on a lot less layers. I'm over here like, you know, you're gonna give me this tool, I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Oh, also, guys, these commission designs had no notes from the client.
Oh.
These are the same designs that we started with on stream that one time.
Yay, you!
Yay, me indeed.
I'm glad they liked it.
Mm-hmm. Ah, they keep coming back.
Must be doing something right.
Indeed.
Must be doing something right.
Indubitably.
I have to say, if I had more time and I thought I could do it at least a little consistently, I would do commissions for writing. I don't know if anyone would be into that, but between like other projects and just craziness right now, I'm like, you know, it would be fun to do. It would be a good challenge because then like I could see like, oh, can I adapt other people's ideas? I just can't realistically do it because of time, at least at the moment.
Well, I will say, Mars, I'm definitely planning on I'll back it up. You can get a lot of commissions if you like advertise. So I will say, by just like opening them, you're probably not going to be swarmed, just like the nature of the internet.
Yeah, no, you gotta like plan for this stuff.
Yeah, but so basically, I'm over sitting here because, yeah, I definitely feel the time crunch, where it's like, commissions are technically open, but it's only for the people who know, right? So it's like, community members in Discord, yes, and these couple of people that have been clients for me before that keep coming back, sure, but I ain't, like, going around being like, commission me, because I just don't have the time. But it is fun, like, side money, and I enjoy doing them, and then it being not, like, trying to force like it being like a main source of income out of it is definitely like more enjoyable, I think. And then it's just people that you really want to work with that you can work with.
It's really nice.
I will say, I have recently been learning about like literary / illustration agents, which is an interesting thing. So, you know, that might be a future Ori thing one day.
We look forward to seeing future Ori things.
Yes. All right, there we go. The lines are done for these two.
Ah, epic.
Moving on. What else does Ori have to do?
Going down the list.
Yeah, let's look. I can't do that. That would be too spoilery. I don't want to do the Kofi art that I will be late tomorrow, but such is life. I think we might just have to... Mars, do you think working on the lore video would be too spoilery? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think that would actually build hype.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna start that.
That would be my assumption.
We're gonna start the art.
I'm excited.
Okay. We make this, we make this, and we lock you. Okay. Now I have to think about it though.
Uh-oh.
Well, now we got a sketch. It's more like pose things, right? It's like ooh.
Remember, we're like pseudo gods in our realm, so
yeah. Well, I'm trying to do. I really liked the vibe of a lot of like the half bodies I did for Art Fight, where they are still symmetrical, but they have like the hands like doing something, and that's where a lot of I think inspiration is gonna come from with what I'm doing.
Those were really cool,
and so that's
I
like
think
a
that's
lot
a
of
good
it.
direction to go.
It's just how exactly do I want the poses to be? You know, let's look up the lore for me to reference.
Hey, the more times you read that, please go for it. Read away.
I'll find all your
at thy
typos.
leisure.
No. If anyone finds typos, it's not me. I'm not good.
No one should find any typos.
I don't think so. Google did it already.
I'm pretty sure I took care of most of the typos.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying if you typed it wrong, Google would tell you.
Yeah. I will admit, I have been getting lazy with capitalizing things because it just fixes it for me.
And it doesn't matter, you know, for like this lore thing, right? Like, I don't give a shit if it's capitalized or not. It reads the same. The period does all the work, you know, not the capital letter. Okay. Interesting. I'm like having an idea.
Okay.
And I'm having like a brain thing. And it's like we all have the same prop and we get to add to it every time with the things.
Ooh.
That could be interesting. But then there's just having like that's
I like
more
the
a
idea
thing
of
in the
prop.
background.
That's cool.
Because I'm thinking like, hello, Oreo. Tactical
Hey,
capital
Oreo.
Avoidance. Yes. I'm thinking of like, it's like a world, and then it's like, you know, there's people added, and then there's like the scales or something. That's like one idea. Or that's in like the background slowly rotating instead. Could be interesting.
Ooh.
So it's more just like exactly how do I want it to be. You do have that word there, so that could be, but it wouldn't be uniform. It doesn't have to be symmetrical fully, but it's just for ease. We're just trying to think here.
For sanity.
They do like this pose, but it's not very symmetrical at all, and so it ruins sort of the ease of it all by doing that.
So that kind of backfires a little bit then.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
But then if I wanted that vibe not being symmetrical, a prop that's mentioned in the lore is not in the image. So I'm curious. Because I really do think I have Dylan's pose, because I do plan to give it like a little animated thing with the pose, because it gives a vibe.
Now that's gonna be hella fun.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna go. Ooh. We're gonna go mildly asymmetrical. Okay, we're gonna do a bit of it all. Because that'll be very... Okay. Brain Blast. Jimmy Neutron style. Brain Blast. Okay. Right now, I'm just gonna try to block it out.
Speaking of nostalgic shows from the past, did anyone see that Poof from the Fairly Odd Parents is an adult now? Question mark.
No. What?
I haven't watched the video yet, but he might be an adult. At least that's what the thumbnail said. I was planning on watching it after stream.
Question mark? Poof grows up and he looks like... Yeah, I guess he does look like both. Oh, his name is Perry now?
They changed his name?
Adult Poof, parentheses, Perry, appears in Fairly Odd Parents. Poof, Fairywinkle Cosma. Okay. Adult Poof has appeared in the new Fairly Odd Parents TV show.
Is this the official wiki?
No. That was a Reddit. This is a Fairly Odd Fanon wiki. Okay, here he doesn't look like that other thing. I liked the other design better. But they still have Poof Perry Fairywinkle Cosma. Which is okay. Is his last name just Cosmos Wanda's ship name? I don't understand.
I think it might be, actually.
Okay. I really don't understand how the last names have been hyphenated to this, but okay. Or is Cosmo's last name Cosma? 'Cause his mother's Cosma? I don't even know. Cosmo, and then Wanda's name is Fairywinkle, and then that's the hyphenated? I don't even know. This is a lot.
I'm too confused.
It's too much. Okay, yeah, there's this weird image that I don't like, and then there's the one that I'm pretty sure is the official one, and he looks pretty okay. Like, I'm okay with it.
Okay, you gotta show these.
I'm going to show it.
Leave us in suspense.
I'm gonna show it. I'm opening them up now. Open image. Please, thank you. That one. Okay. Everything looks weird in the thing. Okay, there it is. This is the one that is like in the style of the original show. And it's okay, but it's kind of I don't like whatever this is.
It kind of just looks
I'm
like
not a fan.
Fairy-OC.
Yeah, not a fan. However, this is the official one that shows up in the show, and I'm kind of here for it. It ain't bad.
Yep, that's the one I saw in the thumbnail.
It's not bad.
And I see traces of Cosmo and Wanda in there.
Yeah, no, this is pretty good. I like this. I like this a lot.
Character design.
For character design, I'm like, this is pretty good.
Also, I mean, guys, we've talked about poses and smirks.
Pose is great,
both.
but the fact that his, like, rattle is reminiscent in this, like, cane wand, pretty swish.
Kinda wild.
Pretty swish. Kinda loving it. I will say.
Kinda love how they kept that. I'm feeling the hair too.
Enjoying.
It doesn't look too over the top. It's just the right amount.
But it also gives like Fabio vibes with the tail here, right?
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Which I can see with the vibe that he's going for. It's good. It's good. It's deep. You know, like if we had to get adult poof, they did a good job. You know, I will say, overall, pretty valid.
Pretty swish.
Pretty swish.
They did a good job.
Sometimes they fumbled the bag. They did not today.
He's also wearing Mars approved purple, so there's that.
And suspenders, good madam.
Definitely biased.
Suspenders.
The suspenders too. We do stand the suspenders around here.
Okay. How did I have to do the pose again so I can remember how the pose looks. Okay. You have to brain it up in here. I'm doing a lot of brain stuff.
Brain it up.
Brain it up. Braining up. Braining up.
Brain it up. Brain it up. Brain it up.
What did I? Okay. Weird side tangent, but because this is what it made me think of.
Okay.
When
I wonder if it made you think of the thing I'm thinking of. That's what I'm curious about.
I'm gonna go with I don't think so, but we'll see.
Fair enough.
When in college, I basically had to, for my major, go to literally college, the summer camp. And it was basically we went and we lived in cabins on the lake for 5 weeks. I was out basically.
Ori was roughing it, you guys.
Yeah, and we did a we had to at the end of the first 3 weeks, actually, not the end of the 5 weeks. At the end of the first 3 weeks, we had to have done like a research experiment, and I have to brain, work. And the one my team did involved the vast majority of time spent looking at microscopic fungi under a microscope and counting it. Okay? Counting it. So very, very tedious, mind-numbing work. And I will say, we all went a little insane. If not a lot insane. Doing this for hours and hours and hours. And we played, there at this camp is the same camp where I learned about Bonanza. And I learned how to play Bonanza. And so that's what we were doing every night for way too late, playing Bonanza. And so this insanity and this game thing contributed to us making a lot of parody songs off the word beans. And to top it off, the one friend and I had recently gotten back into the Jonas Brothers song Burnin' Up. And so there was a whole of us just very crazily being beat it up for you, baby. And we named one of the Petri Dish samples Beanin' Up and one Beanrection. And I was like, it was too much.
Okay, Beanrection just did not sound right.
No, it doesn't. But now, Mars, imagine that your entire day for 3 days has been more than 8 hours of looking in a microscope, counting little tiny things, and then playing a bean game. That's and eating food. 3 days.
So I can imagine something similar to that. Not exactly. So I went on a wilderness survival hike back in high school. Very fun time. Absolutely loved it. It was a 7-mile hike to get to our hut. We were in below zero weather. Our packs were full of everything we would need for that weekend. So, change of clothes, sleeping bags, necessities, extra socks, and then all the food we had to cook when we got to the hut. So little things like that. We're coming back down from the mountain, and this is after spending 2 days, 3 days. I gotta double check, but we were up there for a bit. We had hiked 7 miles up this thing. Now we had to hike 7 miles back down it. Luckily, we had significantly less stuff because we ate the food by that point, but it was still very long. And those backpacks where it buckles around your waist really hurt like a son of a you-know-what. It's a little rough if you're not used to it. And on the way down, we were just all kind of collectively losing our minds because the first time going up, it's very pretty. It's very nice. You have this cabin to look forward to, this hostel that you're gonna stay in, and that's really neat, and there's something you never done before. Coming back down, it's kind of like coming back from a car trip. It's like, yeah, I've seen this before. I'm kind of just ready to get home now and get a shower because we haven't had running water in the last 2 days. So we're all kind of collectively losing our minds, and we just start singing the bottles of beer on the wall song because we're just all going nuts. So like literally for the 3 hours it takes us to get back down, we start from 100, we get to 1. We must have gone through at least 2 repetitions of that song at the very least. But you just have this horde of high schoolers coming down the mountain, and by the time we were on flat land again, we're just all screaming this at the top of our lungs. Because again, we have all collectively lost our minds at this point. We're all craving showers. We're all craving the bus. We want to sit. Our legs hurt. And I can only imagine what the people on the highway thought, like at the pickup point, because we looked manic.
Roughing it will do crazy shit to you. Let you guys know.
It teaches you things about yourself. I will say, that was a super fun trip, though. Like, 10 out of 10 would do again. Because you just feel so good after doing that 7-mile hike. It's like, holy shit, I did that. And now I'm like, who knows how many miles above... miles. I'm who knows how many feet above sea level. Like, that's really cool. And then you get to go even higher to the cliff, which is a little bit further past the hut, and That's hella cool too. The view from there was incredible. It's literally like being above the clouds. Like, I'm never going to forget that experience.
Idea has changed because I got lazy and it wasn't happening.
Ah, no worries. Ooh, also sledding back down the mountain. That was fun.
Ooh.
We literally grabbed some garbage bags, and the teachers basically told us, like, yeah, you can slide back down the path if you want. And literally, no one else wanted to do it. Only me and my friend did it.
That's lame.
Because we were like, yeah, this sounds boss as hell. I'm sliding down a mountain in below zero weather, and I'm this many feet above sea level. That's cool. Everyone else went back to the hut to get like cheese sandwiches or something. And only my friend and I did. We're like, okay, more mountain for us.
That's so funny. Because I will say, Mars, I got certified for scuba diving in like 34-degree water.
Jesus.
It is very, very cold. And it was snowing when we got out. And you know what what made that whole experience worth it? It was not the cool
chocolate?
things that sunk under the thing. Not even. We got food. We got like hot dogs and soup in a hot trailer afterwards as it was really cold. And it was like, you know what? That was pretty neat. So I don't blame them going for hot cheese sandwiches or something, you know?
It's valid. I'm not going to suggest it's not.
Florida all your life.
Sledding down a mountain.
No, I probably would have sledded down a mountain. Because I will say, I have never been as cold as I was in a dry suit in the water, and your head is still wet. So, like...
Well, see, this is the thing. When you're hiking
you'd
in this
be
kind
warm.
of weather,
yeah.
You're building up sweat.
Exactly.
Like, I actually had to take off my coat
yeah,
as I was doing this hike, because it just got so hot.
Snowball fights are fun.
Something the teachers actually told us about. They were like, "Oh yeah, you'll actually start to sweat," and I was like,
Oh,
"Sweat in below zero weather? Yeah, right." And then I actually
it's like
started
ice
to feel it.
skating.
I'm like, "Oh, okay."
It's like ice skating. You know, you don't realize that it's going to be this warm, but it ends up being real warm.
That was even funnier. Back when I did do ice skating, my mom always thought I was nuts. She's like, "Why are you only wearing a light hoodie and jeans to skate on the ice? Like, you should be bundled up. You should have leggings under those jeans."
Like, no, I'm sweating, man. This is too much already.
No, I'm skating on this ice.
There's a reason
jumps and things like.
There's a reason all those like ice skaters, figure skaters can wear those very, very skimpy outfits. It's hot. You're hot.
It's hot.
You're really hot.
You're sweating. It's a sport.
Snowball fights are great and all, birthday cake, but I will say my favorite snow activity is building as big a snowman as possible. Now, I will say that is fairly weather dependent because you do need to make it so that, I mean, obviously you're not making it, but it does have to be, like, specific snow.
Yes, it does have to be snow that's able to pack. If it's, like, the powdery snow and it doesn't hold...
Yeah. I mean, you kind of need that for snowball fights, too.
You could, but it's sad. The packing snow, that's the stuff you want.
Okay. I think we're vibing here.
Ooh, very nice. We stan a vibe.
The hands are just not right, so we'll fix them. Nope, that didn't help. Okay.
Oh, man.
Well, new hands. That's okay. Sometimes it just ain't it, Chief.
Yep. And that's okay sometimes.
Trying to think of like how my hands work if I was doing this pose. That's what you gotta think about.
It's crucial.
It is crucial. The brain be going.
Brain be going indeed. The brain be brainin'.
Indeed. I can't remember ever being in like a true snowball fight. I've definitely like thrown snowballs. I think my favorite snow memory is we had neighbors across the street one time that had younger kids than me, young enough where I had like babysat the kids. But when they shoveled their driveway, the snow piled up really high into a pile on the front lawn, and then the dad made it into an igloo, and that was really epic.
That sounds super fun.
Yeah. So that was very epic.
I'm trying to think. Best snow memory. I gotta say sledding. I definitely liked going sledding with my family when we were younger. My brother and I did that a lot. There was one time, this was when I was really little. My dad and I were on the same sled because, you know, parent rides with kid, that's a thing. So we're doing that. We hit a bump going down the hill. I went flying off.
Oh my god.
And my dad landed on me.
Oh no!
Butt first, too.
Oh no! That's where all of Mars's trauma comes from, guys.
I'm just kind of going... like, it literally was something out of a cartoon. He got me hot chocolate afterwards to apologize.
That's hilarious.
He told me in the car what his whole reaction was, where he's like, "It was so fun. We got thrown off the sled. Hey, where'd Mars go?
Oh my god.
Where'd little Mars go?"
Wait. That child I'm taking care of that also got flung from the sled. Where did they end up?
Just like sprawled out on the ground. Help me.
That's so funny. I do remember going tubing, which is very fun.
Oh, that was
because
good.
there is like the lift, the tube lift, when you go to like an actual tubing place, which is honestly
so
half
fun.
the fun.
I got the chance to go to an actual tubing place back in college.
Oh, I didn't go in college. I was younger.
Was phenomenal. Like, going up the ski lift was great. Like, you get to enjoy the view, you get to relax. And then when you finally get to go down, it's just such a rush of adrenaline. It's great.
Tubing,
so tubing
cake.
is like taking an inner tube.
Yeah, they're usually black.
and then just
you ride it down like a sled.
A hill.
You sled down. But it's specifically using a big inner tube. You can also go tubing on the water.
Faster than a sled.
Yeah, and you can like spin and you don't control anything.
Yeah, it's great. It's chaos and we love it.
But so I went to a tubing place, and it's because you don't get on like a full ski lift, but you sit in your tube, and there's like a conveyor thing with a handle, and you hold the handle, and and it not even that slowly, it decently pulls you up the hill. So you don't have to walk back up the hill. You could walk back up the hill if you wanted to, but like I said, half the fun is getting to be pulled up the hill by the tube-scalator.
The tube-scalator, that's perfect.
The tube-scalator.
It is the tube-scalator.
But you can also go tubing on the water, which involves a boat, and but literally the same kind of inner tube.
Someone with a boat.
Yeah, and the same kind of inner tube.
Too.
And then you sit in usually multiple people sit in the inner tube as somebody drives the boat really fast and it pulls the inner tube along, and you could pop up real high.
Oh yeah, some people get thrown off their tube, which is also half the fun.
It's definitely like the chiller, non-animal version of like bull riding.
Definitely.
Because it is definitely like a, oh, you gotta hold on, you know?
You really gotta hold on. It's good training.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what an inner tube is, birthday cake.
Yeah, that's exactly what an air tube is. I don't know. I've never been a fan of water slides too much. Like I'll go tubing, I'll do a whole bunch of things, but water slides I've always had an issue with those.
Interesting. I do enjoy water slides. Okay, why is this just not happening right now?
I was like, once or twice I might find one I really like, but I don't know. For some reason, when sitting in the tube, there's like such a drop with the slide, my stomach just like goes woo. I'm like, oh, that's not fun.
See, it's funny. I'm okay with water slides. I hate roller coasters.
I have not been on a roller coaster before, mostly because I am scared how I will feel afterwards.
I can't. I have cried on a roller coaster very, very hard.
Like,
I
don't want to know if I'm gonna be sick or not.
I was very pure. See, they don't make me sick. I'm just terrified in like a bad way. You know, like I don't find it fun to be scared like that, you know?
Oh,
so it's like,
it's not the good adrenaline rush.
No, it's like pure fear. I'm really having a bad time. And yeah, I was like peer pressured by family to go on this roller coaster at Disney, and they're like, "Oh, I know, it's fine, it's not that bad." Sobbing the whole time.
Oh, no.
And I was not that young. I was a high schooler sobbing. Oh, I'm sorry you can't sleep again, Grenade.
Oh, sorry, Grenade.
But yeah, no, they felt really guilty after that, and they never made me go on a thing.
Keep you company.
You know, we're doing pretty good. I will say I'm struggling a little bit with
oh dear,
this pose right now.
The equipment is sketchy. Okay, is it like this ride shakes every time you go on it? Like how sketchy are we talking?
Because I find carnivals to be pretty chill.
Yeah, those aren't too bad.
I don't find them to be that sketchy. I guess I put a lot of trust in, like, they don't want to be sued, you know?
Maybe we just have good carnivals around here.
Maybe. But I guess I put a lot of trust in, like, if somebody died or got hurt, like, that's a big deal for them, you know?
It's definitely not something you can recover from easy. I guess I could kind of understand why they'd freak some people out, though. Like, it's kind of like, oh, you mean this isn't a permanent structure? It's something somebody set up just a week ago, and I'm supposed to put my faith in that?
Yeah, but that's why there's only specific rides, you know, and there's no, like, big roller coasters, right? They're very specific rides.
And so it's like they have the training to set it up over and over again.
Like set up yesterday's sketch? Okay, ours are not set up that fast.
Not that quick.
It usually takes about a week.
I'd say at least a week or two.
I'd say definitely the ones near near where my parents' home. Definitely like a week.
I know they've been advertising the next one around here.
Yeah.
And they haven't set anything up yet. They've just been advertising the crap out of it.
That's the one near the middle school, right?
No.
Oh.
That's the other one.
Well, there's two other ones, but
location.
one I remember is in September. And so...
It's not that one. It's the one before that one.
Okay. That's kind of small. The smallest one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of fairs. It's fair season.
It really is. I mean, summer is prime fair season.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I always consider, like, September to be fair season. That's when the state fair is. That's when, like, you know, the main fair that I like with all the stalls is.
Oh,
you know?
and all the good food.
Yeah.
I want. I want.
Okay. We might have to go back to the original idea.
Oh, boy.
I'm trying, like, not to break out the 3D models, because honestly, they're just sometimes a pain in themselves to set up. And it's not like I'm doing, like, a whole thing, but... Maybe I'll have to. I took a picture of me, and it's just not helping, apparently.
Hmm. Oh no, have the references failed?
References have not failed. Sometimes the art is just not artin', you know?
Mm. One of those nights.
One of those nights. I'll probably go until another half hour, and if it's not working, we're gonna change and do something else.
And that's why it's called Art-sortment. You get
Yep.
to see all kinds of things.
Okay. That's fine. And now this arm has to be doing the other thing, which is the annoying. So, it's always off the screen a little bit. I think that one goes back. Go into the back. And then we have... Is my shoulder's not raised, so... I can do it like that.
Oh, there we go.
And then this would come forward. But I'm gonna have to make that longer. Okay. It's just not, the balance is just not right. The balance is just not doing it. Ooh, okay. Modified idea.
Ooh.
We're changing it all up. We're bringing it all around.
It's all coming together.
Maybe. Maybe it is.
It usually does.
Eventually, but...
It takes some time to
a
get
time
there,
limit.
but you know.
You have a deadline. Okay.
I am very ready for fall. Like, I don't need it to be summer anymore.
I like it
kinda
summer when it's
over
like
it.
nice and
Well,
not
when
dead.
it's nice.
And not the sun is a deadly laser.
Yeah, it's nice when the sun isn't a deadly laser. I like actually being able to breathe and enjoy the outdoors.
Start your first year of college next month. Yeah.
Woo! That's exciting!
You're dorming. You think you got all the essentials covered, but would like to know what else to expect. I'm gonna tell you it's straight birthday cake. It really depends on your college. They're very different.
Yeah, each college has a different environment.
I will say
to offer.
they're very, very different. I think the best advice is if your neighbors seem chill in the dorm, get to know them. At least in like a neighborly way, because you will be seeing them. You don't have to be the best of buds, but it is nice to like be friendly with your neighbors, I will say.
It's good to have a friend in case you get locked out of your dorm, trust me.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Like, that's always a plus.
I will also say, try to do the things that they offer you. Sometimes, like, they'll offer, like, I know my dorm, like, offered, like, events and stuff to, like, do stuff, but there's also, like, usually the colleges, like, themselves do, like, community things.
My dorm did different RA activities.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And
RA
then we
activities.
had one thing, a big event called Make a Difference Day, where they went out into the community to do a day of community service. They put everyone like into groups, and everyone like really vibed that day, and it was a really good way to make friends my first year, because I really didn't know anybody.
I'm not talking about just your roommates to birthday cake. Well, yes, like you should definitely try to be as friendly as you can with them. I'm talking about like the people in the dorm next to you. Right, like the people in the other dorm too.
Like your neighbors in the hallway.
Mm-hmm. And, you can do pines, Kelly. Pines.
Pines. Leave it to the tree expert.
So, that's really just helpful in my opinion. And, yeah, definitely try to go to some of the fun community things because they're fun and you just get to hang out and vibe with people.
There's also, if you have a dining hall, that's also a good opportunity to connect with people.
I will also say that make sure you know how to use all the appliances that you have. There are a number of people in my college that did not know how to operate a microwave, that you couldn't put metal in a microwave, that to make ramen in the microwave, you had to put water and shit in it, and not just the block of ramen on the microwave plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were rough. Those were rough.
Also know how to use the laundry machine.
Yes. Okay, this is a big tip. This is a really big tip.
How many people did not know how to use
the
lint trap and to clean the lint trap?
Two big things.
I am very surprised our building did not go up in flames.
Two big things with laundry. This is very, very important. If you are using the pod detergent, okay? Detergent that comes in a pod, put it in the drum before you put your clothes in it. Okay? Because a lot of the washing machines at colleges are old and cheap. And if you don't put it in the bottom, it will not work. And it'll get stuck in a weird spot in the washing machine. And it will not clean your clothes. And it will goop up yours and everybody else's socks. Okay? That's tip number one.
Not worth it.
Tip number two, yes. After you're done, and also before, because people don't do it, when you put your clothes into the dryer, you need to clean out the lint trap.
Please.
Third tip, a lot of cheap dryers heat really, 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 really hot. Too hot. So hot that your clothes smell burned. See if you can find the delicates setting on the dryer, because they all have it. It is there. Even with, like, the digital interface, it's there. You can do it. That'll make your clothes still dry perfectly fine if you're not overstuffing it. and they won't smell burnt. Because that is the problem I had. My clothes never smelled clean. They smelled burnt. And it was painful for a very long time. Very gross.
I'm trying to think what
it is. Okay,
advice.
last thing. College classes are overall harder than high school classes. Okay?
Yes.
Even AP classes. Now, not all of them are the same hard. Some of them, especially like based on what you're good at, will be easier. But I was like an A student in high school. I never ever studied, like, really. I didn't really have to study very much. College, to keep that same level, I had to do like a lot more effort in schooling, right? And that was a lot of people. I had a friend, and he was, again, didn't ever have to study in high school. Straight A's. He nearly got flunked out. He did get failed out of the first year, and he had to appeal that he was gonna get better grades and stuff. So, yes, that.
Yeah.
You're not, I'm assuming birthday cake, since you said you were in Florida your whole life, that you're still in Florida.
Do you get to make your own schedule? Like, do they have you sit down at the computer and pick your own classes?
I think usually freshmen, they make your schedule for you.
Oh, I got to make mine.
Really?
That's how I ended up with a Thursday with no lunch, because I'm stupid.
I didn't get, like, so at my college, they gave all the freshmen, for their first semester only, their schedule. But if you had, like, a bunch of credits from your, like, high school that made you not have to take a lot of the entry courses, you had to go and, like, get more courses, because otherwise you weren't full-time.
I will say, it did teach me a very valuable lesson about not overbooking myself by getting a chance to do it myself.
So this is less for what you'll need immediately when you move in, but more for, like, general with classes. Classes are very competitive when you're signing up for them. Make sure you know the time that you're able to sign up, and be ready to get signed up.
Make sure you know when registration dates are.
Yeah.
Meet with your advisor to discuss.
And if you have classes that you really want to take, now this was something because my school was very, very small, but we did have a lot of, like, fun classes that are, like, every even spring semester, right? So just keep an eye out that is a thing, that, like, some classes may only be offered in the fall, only in the spring, literally only even year springs, odd year falls, whatever. So,
and that could be true for major classes as well.
Yeah, it can be true for major classes as well. Especially depending on the size of your major.
Operated. Like, I had to take a certain course
so just be aware,
because that was the only time it was offered.
Yeah, birthday cake, yeah. If you've never studied before, I will say it will be harder. You will have to study, okay? Because there is a lot of material, and I will say overall, the way that colleges teach in general is a lot more you have to learn the material yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Lectures are helpful and they teach you stuff, but it's definitely not as, like, step by step you're going through it. It does depend on the class. I will say, like, personally, I was always very good at math. I never really had to study math because the way math works, but, like, chemistry, there was a lot of work, you know, other classes like that. It's definitely a level up. But they're more lax about it, I would say, overall, because it's on you, because you're choosing to go. So there's nobody, that's what it is. Let me back. Nobody's holding your hand, right? In grade school, the teachers really want you to pass. They really want you to succeed. They put a lot of effort into making you graduate, right? Making you graduate. College, they don't care. And I don't mean in the sense of that they're cold, but they're not sitting there in the lecture
you're sitting in a seminar class with maybe 73 other kids.
Yeah.
Especially in those gen ed classes.
Mm-hmm.
And they just don't have time to keep up with all of that.
But what that means is that if you are struggling in a class, look up your professor's office hours. It is very, very helpful. And when you go to a professor's office hours, have like things you want to ask. Don't go and be like, teach me the material again. Like, try on your own and be like, okay, I'm struggling with ABCXYZ. Let me try to go to my professor's office hours, because they do care. But just even in small colleges, like my college was very small, the classes that everybody had to take were still very, very like 100+ lecture halls. So you just don't get the one-on-one like you have in like a grade school classroom, where you usually don't have that many kids in one classroom at once. So there's just a lot less. You have to make your learning individualized. There's resources to do that, and you should utilize all the resources to do that. And yeah,
there's Kahoot, there's Quizlet.
Last thing,
you can make a whole bunch of materials.
Very
for yourself.
last thing.
Definitely birthday cake. Get a calendar. Get a notepad. Get a planner. That'll help you stay on
Planners
task
are helpful
from day
for
to
your
day.
tests, to write down when your tests are. A lot of syllabuses will have, these are the dates your tests are gonna be. Write them down.
Yeah.
Write them down. But my biggest thing, this is the last
They'll
thing
also
that I'll
have
say.
the homework listed for the day
Sometimes.
they're due to.
It depends, yeah. But usually it's all in there. My very, very last thing will be, make an effort to explore your campus, and don't be afraid of getting lost. Because you can't
explore
get
the town around too.
If you have a town. I didn't have a town.
If
it's safe
I had
to do
a
so.
town and I regret
If
not
you
exploring it to its fullest. But for the times I did, very good community, especially if you're in a college town, because there are, say, restaurants, shops that will cater to the college audience. Like we had one day at my college where it was literally, like, I'm going to call it Town Day. I don't remember the official name. But basically they invited all the small businesses from in town to come onto campus and like share where they were located, share benefits with the students, like, oh, here's a coupon, here's a membership, here's this, here's that. That's how I got like a membership for the local supermarket. That's how I found out that there was a really niche clothing store in town that was like a small run business. And there were a lot of cool places at the college I went to.
My college,
they actually did that during freshman week before everyone else came in.
My college had a fairly robust bus like thing. But
yes, if you have a bus, learn the bus system.
I will say, especially if it's free for you to ride the buses, right? Which in my college it was.
Take advantage of that.
Literally, and this is no joke,
Like,
because
there's
I will
no reason
say,
not to.
at least in my college, and I feel like this is, New York City buses do the same thing. It can be very annoying, and bus schedules are not always accurate. Not just for times, but more for where they stop and what that actually means. I highly, highly recommend getting on a bus and riding the circuit. Especially if it's free, literally, take some friends, get on a bus, and see where it goes, because it always comes back. Okay, like it will come back.
It always goes in a loop.
Will come back.
Actually, our bus was literally called the Loop.
Yeah, so it will come back, but it's like, if I didn't ride the bus, like, I wouldn't have known how to get to the grocery store that was off campus, where there's like an indoor tennis courts. There's like, like all this cool stuff. I learned about a bus route that went to the mall that nobody knew about. They thought it had to be this special bus that only came every once in a while. So I highly recommend it.
You had to show them the way.
Exploring your campus, because
yes.
no matter the size of your campus, because my campus was very small, the actual college campus, we were next to a very large college campus, which also was very good to explore. But even so, there were a fair amount of like wings in the like 4 or 5 halls that we had, that if you weren't in a certain major, you never had classes in, like in those rooms. But there's like a secret like computer lab and like study little areas and like courtyards. I found tons of secret courtyards, and so it's like nobody knows about them. And it's a fun adventure thing to do, and you'll find places to eat, because I gotta tell you, there's a lot of hidden cafes in college buildings. A lot of them have random food places, and you never know which one is really good.
You might also find some shortcuts that help you get to class
because you can walk through buildings.
I know
a lot of buildings you can walk through.
My buildings had a lot of underground tunnels that literally lifesaver in winter. Now, I don't think that'll be a problem in Florida.
In Florida, yeah.
But you might want to stay out of the heat. So that could be worth looking into.
But so I definitely highly recommend just romping around campus, because it really does. And like going in the buildings and like seeing, you know, all the places inside of the buildings, because you can only get so lost. And I promise that I'm fairly confident you have a Smartbone birthday cake. If you don't, you know, I'd be surprised. But yeah, see, that's great birthday cake. Trying those out, but you're gonna find more than the people know, right? I gotta tell you, because I decided to literally ride a bus and just see where it went. I found a bar that's run by grad students. Now, obviously, you can't drink there if you're underage, but you can go and eat food there until like, I think 10 p.m. They're like, no more underage, you know, under 21-year-olds. But you can eat there. There's like another secret like food court that we could use our food passes on that like was far out of the way that nobody knew about, but it had Burger King. So like, pretty neat. Yeah, just a lot of cool buildings.
There's so much to find.
Highly recommend.
I found out that my college had a planetarium on the campus, and that's how I found out about Cosmic Club and got involved in that. That's another thing, like try out some clubs too, because you'll find a lot more in college than in high school that actually pique your interest.
Oh yeah, they can be very, very specific. Also,
they can be very specific, but they're also student driven.
So this
like,
is
as long as they're approved by the campus. At least with mine, we didn't really have.
No, there was no. You don't have
like,
to have an adult there.
No professors.
You don't
no one,
have to have an adult. No.
Sanctioning the club or anything.
Not at all.
We only had that for Cosmic Club because the planetarium was technically like school property, and we needed to know how to use that. But aside from that, like Anime Club did its own thing.
There was
not overseen by anyone.
I had a club that was called
Comic Club.
Naughty. And it was like crocheting
oh gosh,
and sewing and stuff. And it was literally just a bunch of people that were practicing being grandmas in a classroom. We're sitting there knitting and stuff. But
we had
but small, I will say,
a very fun one. It was called Humans versus Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
They were divided into two teams, the humans versus the zombies. And the goal was to run around with a Nerf gun and shoot the zombies before they could get you. And this game went on during the day, like in between classes. People would wait outside of class for like someone from the human team to show up and try to get them. Like, it was wild. They had like organized
events
for that,
This is true,
too.
Pastry Puff. This is true. Let's fix that.
We can fix that.
We can fix
that.
That's
an easy fix.
We can fix
Ooh,
that.
robotics. Nice.
Where am I? I'm mostly just, you know what? We're going to do it in a special way. We're only going to partially fix it.
Ooh.
Because
that
we only have
special.
3 of them up in their thingy. I know what I mean.
That's a lot of empty words, and I don't know what you mean. Or as we in the business call, empty speech.
Reference. Boop. Only 3 of them have webtoon episodes.
Ah, that makes sense.
It's Midnight Brain, okay?
It is Midnight Brain. Midnight Brain at 10 o'clock.
Ah!
I
hit my mic.
Oh. I thought you were balking over the fact it's 10.
No.
You're welcome, birthday cake.
Reference.
College is an experience, but it's a good one. I honestly learned a lot being on my own, being away from home. It gave me the freedom and the independence to really find out who I am, also try some new things that I never thought I'd do before. It gave me different opportunities. Oh,
I
I think you're gonna have a good time.
I do think your college experience is fairly hinged on you. There is, of course, things
Definitely.
out of your control, but it really is a significant amount of you making it what you want your experience to be.
Yeah.
So
like,
if you
I
do
would say
it
my
and you
freshman
find
year was
friends and you have a
fine.
good time,
But once I put myself like out
I'm
there and
sorry,
started
PCM.
trying more things, definitely had more fun.
I definitely have a lot of fun memories from college. I have a lot of friends. College is where I started D&D and everything. Not the mosquitoes.
And that's a core memory.
Well, but you should have screens, birthday cake. I hope you have screens. This is America. This is Florida. You don't got screens. You got screens up here.
You gotta have screens.
Gotta have screens. It is hot, though. That's a different thing, though. That's not a bug thing, though. Okay, I've changed the idea once again.
Aha! Well, it has been a half hour. Are you
know.
continuing with this?
Yeah, because I think I'm at least gonna try to, like, sketch it out really rough and not try very hard at the moment.
Pretty nice.
I know my college had screens.
Mine definitely did too.
And mine was up, like, even in the colder part of the state.
I remember in summer we had the windows open almost every night because they refused to turn on the AC until, like, the final week of finals. I'm like, why? Everyone's gone at this point. So why would you do that?
My school was very small. And like I said, though, Birthday Cake, just because it's small doesn't mean there's not hidden secret gems, because I found a lot of those that my, like, friends were like, what? Where's that? So, you know, don't think that just because it's small, you don't have a lot of things to find. So be adventurous. But
and if you find this stuff, you get to be the all-knowing person.
Yeah, it's very fun. But
it's a fun role.
What was I saying? It was very small. But so it meant that, like, our dorms were, one, very small because there's just not a lot of students that we were having, but two, very new, as they were built in 2011. So they were very, very recent. And that means that my dorm experience is very bougie by the fact that it was you and your roommates.
She had a kitchen in her dorm.
Well, okay, but that was a very expensive fancy dorm. I'm talking about the minimum dorm that we had in my thing was you had at max, you had 2 or 3 people in one room, but it came with a mini fridge and a microwave and your own bathroom that just those 2 people are. Now that did mean that we had to maintain it, right? So we had to, like, clean it and unclog it or whatever, unlike a, like, communal floor bathroom would be, like, cleaned by the school. Oh! Swish, birthday cake!
Wow!
Swish!
Okay, you're really gonna have the upgraded package.
And that also meant that every room, like our dorm, had its own thermostat. So we completely controlled the heat and AC in our own room.
I am massively jealous.
Oh, yeah.
Can't relate to that one.
Yep. Versus I visited my friend who was even further upstate, and his dorm, and he had, like, exposed heat pipes in the ceiling. And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I live the bougie life. I don't know. I will say, birthday cake, this is definitely slowly sounding like you're gonna have a very similar college experience to mine, as long as you know, you search for cool things to do. Don't, you know, college is the time to touch grass the most, in my opinion.
It really is. Truly. Because, like, it's truly your first time on your own. And that's just a level of freedom that you don't really get any other time in your life.
Because it's a shortening grenade from bourgeoisie. So the bourgeoisie, the upper fancy class, it is bougie from bourgeois. From bourgeoisie. That's how we got there.
Yes.
Ooh.
From A to B.
Commute.
Ooh.
I think it always just depends on, like, how commutey is your commute, if that makes sense. If you're, like, pretty close, it's like, that's pretty neat. But if it's like, no, I'm kind of, like, an hour away, so once I'm on campus, I gotta stay there, it's like, kind of sucks. My opinion. For me, it was like, no, I just get to walk back to the dorm. An hour between classes? Hell yeah, it's only 5 minutes to my room. Yeah, we ate the middle part of the word.
Nice.
We ate the middle part of the word. That's something we do a lot in English Grenade. Like I was talking about, chalant is slowly becoming a word, which is not a word, but people were like, nonchalant follows non, and, you know, so obviously chalant should work. And I mean, it does, I can understand what you're saying, but it's not a word.
That's not always how words
It's
work.
not a word yet, though. We're making it a word.
I don't know how to feel about that. It's certainly a choice.
You're not a chalant enjoyer?
Not yet.
You're not very chalant about that, Mars.
That's
Chalant
gonna
is a
take
word?
me some
That's not an
time.
English word. Yeah, exactly. Well, but PCM, we made gruntled from disgruntled. Disgruntled came first, and people were like, if it's disgruntled, there should be gruntled, and now gruntled is a word. Probably. I'm assuming that I still don't say the E, and it's just chalant. But it's not an English word, Grenade. Well, nonchalant is in our dictionary, chalant is not. Now this is a question, Grenade. Is chalant the opposite of nonchalant? In French. Or is it something completely different? It is! Oh, interesting. Well, look at that. We're frankifying ourselves. Trivia! Ooh. I like how I said I was gonna do this fast and quick, but I definitely didn't do that.
Who
This
needs
finger
fast
has
and
to
quick?
come down more. And then we'll make this one go like that, and this one go like that. Okay, something like that. We will be more fast and quick about it now.
Will we?
Yeah, I'll say we will, and then we'll see. Flip. Yeah. I'm right. Because basically, Mars, what I realized is I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone if I do this a certain way. And technically 3 birds. 2 birds? 3 birds? No, it's only 2 birds because we're doing a separate thing. But the 1 bird is already dead, so
Oh, nice.
it works out.
Love it when stuff works out.
I love it when birds are already dead. In a metaphorical sense, guys. In a metaphorical sense.
Always in the metaphorical. I actually saw a groundhog today on my commute.
Nice.
Very surprised. Little thing was eating on the side of the road. I was like, oh my god, please go back to the other side before you get hit by a car. I'm begging.
It's 3 birds. There was 3 birds. 1 bird is already dead. 2 birds now are dead with 1 stone. The 2 other birds.
Yeah, so we only need 1 stone to take them out.
Yeah.
It's the power of
Because I
stone.
already used a stone that I killed 2 other birds with to take out that 1 other bird. That used to need to be taken out with this stone, but not anymore.
But now it's all good. We don't even need stones
You
anymore.
don't even need that stone anymore.
Look at us go.
He needs to have...
Groundhog is a type of rodent grenade.
Yes, it's the biggest squirrel!
Yeah. Except it doesn't have a tail like a squirrel.
No, but it is in the squirrel group, so... But it's the biggest squirrel. Do you know what a woodchuck is, grenade? That's the same
Every
thing.
groundhog I've seen is pretty plump.
Oh, yeah.
They're very cute. This little guy was just munching on grass on the side of the
angry
road. I'm like, oh my
boy.
gosh, you're so cute, but you need to get back on the grass so you won't get hit by a car.
He didn't understand what you were doing. Do they? But yes. Yes, specifically.
They do burrow,
They're
yes.
also the thing we use to see if winter will be long or not.
Yes, theirs is the shadow we look for.
Yeah. We have a Groundhog Day.
Yes, an entire day for the groundhog. Aww. You saved one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Nice pastry.
Okay.
I wonder which one, though.
If it's angry, it's Raph. I mean...
Oh, yeah, if it scratched you the entire... Okay,
It's
definitely
Raph.
Raph.
None of the
That's a
other ones
Raph
would
vibe.
do that.
Leo could never.
Leo could
Mikey's
never.
too
Mikey
innocent.
was too pure. Donnie, I think, would just be like, what? I had my science over there.
I feel like Donnie would just have surprise face the entire time.
Surprise Pikachu. Yes, it is about time loops. It's called Groundhog Day. And it is about reliving the same day over and over and over again.
And it does star the dude who was in Ghostbusters.
Yes.
How light does a car need to be for a turtle to tank being rolled over? Cars are pretty heavy. I don't even know the answer to that one.
No idea. Unexpected out-of-session character development, PCM.
Oh
What?
my! PCM, what shenaniganery are you up to?
Okay. This is not perfect, but this is the vibe right now.
You know, we vibe, we bowl.
And then we'll have If I'm a Righty.
New Turnabout Trivia! And it's Origami
yes.
Edition.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll have to take a moment.
I have no memory of this one whatsoever. I'm honestly really surprised I got yesterday's.
It
have
literally
no
like just
memory
came
of
out.
this one.
Oh god. Oh wow. No idea. My first my and now mine.
Oscar, hello.
Actually, first. Oh, okay. The first one might be rough. I think I'll get the second half better. I think it's.
Oof, I'm so sorry. Condolences to your wallet. You okay though? Routine medic checkup or like
that's right.
needed medic checkup?
I'm so sorry your water got assaulted. I tried, Pastry Puff. I did my best. I feel like this is what it was. I'm curious what your hint is though. Partially right.
Ah, so close.
It's the first half that I got wrong. It's the right things. I bet. Yeah. I mixed one of them up. Hey, I'm pretty proud I got that close though. I'm pretty proud that I recognized.
Bravo, Ori. Bravo.
Sometimes we're good.
Oh, sometimes it clicks, and sometimes you go. Need recommendations. Oh, needed recommendations. Sorry. No dust, no animals. Huh. Wow. That was the recommendation? No
You're
dust,
having
no
like
animals?
breathing
Allergy?
things, allergies, yeah. I will say, to my understanding, desert dust is different than house dust in an allergen thing. In an allergen way.
I think it's rougher than...
No, because I think what you're actually
Or is it
allergic
better
to
than
is
house
dust
dust?
mite related things, which are not like sand and dirt. Yes, but no. I feel like that's how it works. Unless you're like specifically desert sand issues.
The Metro 2033 suit. Oh my god. Hey, that's a new face, Oscar.
Well, yeah, it makes sense, Grenade. It definitely would depend on what type of allergies you've got.
So very true.
Do we want it to be that way? Okay. We're done for now, because I am going to have to use the 3D models, and I don't want to do that right now.
Oh, that's the worst, Oscar. I feel like the allergens, just all of them, have been particularly bad this season. Because I've been getting dry eye a lot as well, like almost to the point where the corner of my eye hurts, and I'm just like,
oof.
What is this? This did not happen in the past. I'm not having a good time. What is this? I did not sign up for this. I want a refund.
We're gonna art fight it up. Because I'm lazy. And this is lazy town.
In the next 45 minutes.
Yes.
Be amazed what we can get done in 45 minutes.
Yeah, I can definitely get these lines done in 45 minutes.
This character just looks so happy and thrilled to be on this planet.
Yeah, they're having a good time. They don't always have a good time, it seems, but they have a good time some of the time. You know, D&D characters. What you gonna do?
Yeah, it's hard to be happy all the time in D&D.
Mars, seriously though,
Yeah.
in the background, listen to that star video. You don't have to actually watch it. Like, you don't have to really watch it. So just, like, please. It's so good.
Okay.
It's so fun.
I'll check it out tomorrow night.
Okay. Again, like, you know, want to color the comic? Listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's background stuff.
Anesthesia in your eye, Oscar?
You're, like, numbing it? The character one, Pastry Puff, because it's really good. It was very inspiring for, like, I really liked it. I liked it specifically for D&D characters, and, like, how the design comes across. And I just enjoyed seeing Star's kind of process and thinking about it. I was like, oh, this is just fun. And the characters ended up being really cute and fun. And I'm like, oh, yes.
Oh. How long is the video?
It's definitely on the longer side. Because it is like a whole thing. I feel like it's at least half an hour.
Okay. Oh, that's not so bad.
Well, yeah, if you're watching, like, video essays all the time, it's not that bad.
I'm literally watching 6-hour-long videos.
Yeah, it's not that long.
I mean, listening is a very... no, watching is a very strong word. It's more like listening.
It is 38 minutes. And again...
Child play.
There's definitely, like, watch... Like, look over, you know? But you don't have to be actively watching it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it could be like a podcast instead.
Yeah, yeah. But there's definitely, like she's drawing characters. So you're gonna want to, like, see that a little bit. But...
Check in every now and then.
Yeah, you don't have to, like, be glued to the screen stuff is happening. So, I know you're asking chat grenade, but I'll answer anyway because it's my stream. And, I think it really depends on the type of video. If it's like, I have to, like, watch it the whole time, usually I'm just like, I just don't have the time for that, you know? But I will say, I do enjoy longer videos because then I don't have to change the video I'm listening to so often and take the time to find a new one. And there's just more time of me actually getting to do the art thing. So overall, I do enjoy longer videos. Thank you for the assist grenade. Yeah, exactly, Pastry Puff. Exactly. I'm usually drawing. So if a video is like 30 minutes plus, I'm like, okay, we're like having a good time. If it's like 15 minutes, I'm like, I'll watch you because like I have been watching this like creator or something, but it's like a little sad. I'm a little sad.
Aw.
Because it's like, I don't want to have to change like every 5 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm
a
glad we
video
can
today.
provide that Pastry Puff because I will say it's definitely like a that's what I think stream, you know, Ace Attorney you can do that with too, but definitely like these art streams and stuff is definitely like we're just talking and having a lovely time, and that's what it's meant to be, background noise, and that's why I'm always like, I don't want the stream to be silent for very long, because I know I'm like, if I was listening, I'm like listening the whole time. And it's like, no, don't, why are you shutting up? But I think we manage it pretty well. I think we don't shut up very much. Oh my god. Okay, interrupting myself and everything. So I've started editing Farewell My Turnabout.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, I'm on like episode 2 and we haven't left the first room.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm gonna tell you guys, I think Farewell My Turnabout is the beginning on the end of our speed. Because
this is
the
when
tangents,
we really start ad-libbing and going ham.
I will say there's a lot of chat interactions. There is like a lot of like chat is definitely livelier at this point. Like a lot of our regulars have been like filling in now. So there's definitely a lot more chat interaction. But there's like a significant, but like I cut some chat interaction out, but I definitely don't cut all of it out because like we're still funny, you know? I ain't gonna deprive. But it definitely means that like, oh god, it does take us a while. We went on a lot of tangents.
Will the amount of videos in this one beat out the other one? I don't know.
All the chat main characters present. Oh no, this week's Dimension 20 episode is only 2 hours long. Yeah, I loved I watched a lot of the Adventure Zone, and it's like, no, every episode's only an hour. I will say, I did like that because it is edited down. I can't do the, like, fully live, live play things, because I just get bored, if I'm being honest. You know, you're not.
It depends. If there's something funny going on in the background, like Stinky Dragon Pod, for instance, they make all these little shorts about like what's
Well,
happened
that's
in their
fun.
campaign.
That's what I'm saying. But that's
which
like edited down.
I like seeing, but like, well, not even edited down. That's edited after the fact. I'm not sure how they originally upload everything, if they keep all those little extra bits in, or if that's just how it is in podcast
Because I
style.
do know that like.
But it's fun when they include the dice
Dimension
rolls
20 is fairly edited.
horrendous.
Okay. Because I've never watched Dimension 20. My biggest experience is I did do. My first experience was the Adventure Zone, which I really holds a big dear place in my heart. And then I attempted to get through Critical Role, and I got decently far in Vox Machina, but then it just, one, my circumstances on how I was watching it changed, and two, it was just, there's a lot of dead space because they're doing like rules stuff. It's like full action, you know, it's full live play. It's full live play, and it was just like, I don't really want to. Like, there's a difference between I'm watching collaborative, like I'm listening to collaborative story playing, and I'm listening to people play D&D. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like the Adventure Zone does that. Versus like, you know, our friends at Rally, at Unbalanced Encounters, they're very edited down as well. So all the clunk and like middle stuff is removed. So you are feeling more that, you know, group storytelling.
Streamlines it and turns it into more of an episode.
Yeah, more of a pod drama, an audio drama. Oh, okay. You know, it's a good thing to watch. There's an audio only musical, and it's called. It's not called Into the Woods, is it? I don't think it's called Into the Woods.
I don't believe so.
Podcast musical. In These Woods? Is that what it's called? In Strange Woods. It's a musical podcast by a group called Atypical Artists. And it's just a very interesting thing to listen to. It's only like... How many episodes is it? 5 episodes? It's 5 episodes. And they're...
Oh, wow.
Only about... One of them's half an hour, a bunch of them are like 45 minutes, and the last one's like an hour. So it's short, there's a lot of singing, singers are very good. I still have like some of the songs in my playlist that I listen to, because they're good, and I like them. And it's an interesting story. It's a little sad at the beginning, but I think overall it's pretty good. I enjoyed it.
And there's your recommendation for the week, folks.
Only show the rolls when they're high stakes, otherwise it's very swift. That's good.
See, I feel like that's my style.
That's
too.
definitely more my style. But if I'm being honest, I haven't listened to a podcast in a very long time. It's like, I don't know. You know, the desire comes and goes, I guess. But the other thing is just like, I'm not driving as much as I used to be when I was really listening. The 2 times I really listened to podcasts was doing mindless work, like pulling weeds or like cutting down brush and things, where it's like I don't really have to be paying attention to anything or anyone. I can just sit there with my ear protection on and my headphones in underneath and listen to the pods for 8 hours a day. But like I can't be watching anything, and I definitely want something that like auto plays so I don't have to keep touching it, so I can keep doing work, you know, and have gloves on and everything. That was great. That's when I listened to the most podcasts. Then I was still listening to the Adventure Zone when I was driving a lot, but a lot of my drives were like 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. So anything longer than that just got kind of annoying to keep pausing, because sometimes the program you use like is stupid and doesn't like that. So Adventure Zone being only hour episodes was like, this is perfect, because it's like I only have to stop it a couple times, and you know, it's easier to find your place again should it get lost. So I kind of stopped doing, Vox Machina, Critical Role, at that point, and I just sort of wasn't listening to as many podcasts. And then now, because the nature of my job is, most of the time when I'm driving, I'm talking with somebody on the phone, because that's the easy time. My parents are retired now, so that's when we get to talk every day, is on the phone during that. And otherwise, it's not that far, and I'm kind of doing stuff, hopping in and out of my car. And then if I'm sitting in my car, why listen to a podcast when I can watch anime?
Especially when you have so much good stuff to watch.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, Mars, you shot yourself in the foot with giving me 2 new animes to watch, and you still have it a backlog, you know? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, you gave me Sasaki and Miyano, so...
You've had that for multiple, for like at
awful.
least a month before the thing, okay? Don't act.
I have had it for longer. It's been
That's
on
what I'm
my
saying.
watch list for at least
So
2
you
years.
cannot blame me.
Oh, I can't I?
You can't. Not truthfully.
Well, I wasn't inspired to watch it until you said, holy shit, holy fuck, this is so good, you're so wholesome. Oh my god, my heart, my heart.
French. Yeah, it was so cute. I enjoyed it so much. I honestly... Again, I don't rewatch anime. I'm totally rewatching that anime next year.
Oh my god.
It's just so good.
It is. It just gives you all the good, wholesome feels.
Hey, it was
that
so
not
good
a lot of shows give.
that I got the manga.
So nice.
And it's still ongoing. And I'm just like, oh, and I can't wait to get the spin-off manga. I was gonna get the spin-off manga for my birthday before I was like, I want an iPad. Ooh, guys, I don't know if you all heard that. I got an iPad for my birthday from Dylan. I've been thinking about getting one for a long time. And I was like, all right, I resolved to get one. And Dylan was a very, very nice and giving fiance, generous fiance. And he got me it, and I'm very excited. And so now I have...
Ori can do Outcast on the go!
Yes! So, I'm very excited. It'll be interesting. I will probably be mostly doing, like, sketches and not, like, any finishing work. But I do miss the hot chocolate grenade. I do. However, Dylan was hold on. Dylan was very, very nice because when he proposed to me that day, he, like, called my father and was like, Ori's dad, tell me how to make your special hot chocolate. I want to make it for Ori today. So I got surprise special hot chocolate. And then, he makes me a lot of tea, though, and he brings me tea.
Dylan set the record for proposals.
Oh, he really did. He really did. And he also brings me, like, toasted pound cake with Nutella sometimes. So, you know, you trade. You trade. Dylan is being a Chad as usual. Dylan is a big Chad.
Oh! Ooh! Ori, a server we're in? They posted the full OST for the Dungeon Meshi anime. And I gotta say, the cover art is really freaking cute. It's all of them playing different instruments, and holy crap, I can see the fan art happening now.
Oh my god.
This is adorable. It's on Spotify. There are 40 tracks on the first disc, 38 tracks on the second disc.
Ooh.
Holy shit, that's good. Ah, that's awesome, Grenade!
Nice. I hope you have a nice time.
I love that more soundtracks are being released nowadays. It's like, yes.
They realize people want it. They realize people want it.
They've also been putting, like, openings and endings on the store, too. And I'm like, yes, Thank you. I'd love to have a legit way to listen to these and support the artist. Thank you.
They recognize that people want to buy it. And you know
Exactly.
what? Yes.
They realize there's money to be made.
I'm just like, I need the DVD in America, please.
One day. Hey, if we were able to get Trigun Stampedes so quickly, we can get
Yeah.
them to Mandy.
I already forgot I pre-ordered that. 99% of the things I pre-order eventually just arrive at my doorstep, and I'm like, ooh, what is this surprise for me? From me?
I actually got a little update today. Like, good news, your Kickstarter thing is on its way. And I'm like, Kickstarter thing? What? Oh, yeah, link click pins. That's right.
Ah, yeah.
Whoopsies, totally forgot.
I honestly need to check my email more. If I'm being completely honest, I'm very bad at checking my email.
I am.
It's just so
so
full of
excited.
shit sometimes, you know?
See, sometimes okay, I'm one of those weird people. I cannot stand seeing the notification badge or button. So I immediately go into my email and I delete anything that doesn't need to stay there. My
Well,
email is very organized.
The secret, Mars. The secret is that I have all of that turned off, so I never have to see it.
See, I can't live that way, unfortunately, because I was in grad school and I received a lot of important emails.
Yeah, but see, that was on a different email for me. You know, like they're all different emails.
The problem is they're all linked. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, yes. Let me actually join this Discord, please.
Oh?
Yeah, so remember how I got to be part of that backer kit Kickstarter because of my patron? Part of the thing is being in their being part of the Discord.
Oh.
And so I'm just like, yes, I should join this because honestly, Discord is where I get all my updates for shit. If I'm being completely honest, I'm already in it. I just joined, but it's just like, yeah, Discord is where like my updates are. It's really nice. The like service that I'm on for like a lot of commissions, Artistry, they actually have it where like they will send through their bot like notifications on Discord when people do stuff, and I'm just like when they like if people like, you know, want a commission from you, it's like that's really, really helpful. Discord is more my email than anything else now. It's just easier to filter, in my opinion. You know, you have to use your email to sign up for so much stuff, and I was just like, I don't want all these newsletters and things, and it's just a hassle to go through it.
Those get blocked. I immediately block those.
You're a better person than me, Mars.
Because I can't. It's too much. And if I get too much spam, it drowns out the important emails.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
Then they get lost in the shuffle.
But see, my problem.
I can't do that.
My problem is the promotional emails from things that I do want to get emails from in the future. And so it's like I can't block them because I don't want to miss the this is a shop I order from, you know, and miss the notifications, but I don't need we have a sale. It's like, no, I'm sorry, I like your shop. I'm just gonna buy it, you know, when I feel like it.
I'm going to buy it when I feel like it. Doesn't matter if you have a sale. I won't be enticed if I don't feel like getting something.
Like I just can't.
You underestimate my willpower as a consumer.
Yeah. Or overestimate. No. See, it's like I will spend a lot of money on something very specific, but a sale will not entice me to buy something that I'm only kind of meh about.
Yeah.
Like I bought.
That's really the trick.
That's really the trick.
I recently splurged when I went to the wedding a couple weeks ago. my friend showed me a website
Oof,
for some
grenade.
very cute dresses.
Very warm.
And I found this really nice, like, mint lemon dress. And I was like,
Ooh.
ooh, that's a cute summer dress. I'll save it in my bookmarks. But I'm not going to buy it because it's way, like, not... It's a bit of a splurge, let's say. So I was like, I'll just keep it there. But then I'm like, okay, summer's passing, and I kind of really want a cute summer dress. Screw it, I'm getting it. And then I proceeded to all cap text my friend going, how dare you show me this website? I can't believe you. You are the worst.
That's what I do to Mars. I do that to Mars. Mars will be
Because
like,
I'm always
Ori, look at
telling
this
Ori
cool
about
thing.
merch.
And I'm just like, ooh, bye. Mars, it's all your fault that I have not enough money.
I'm like, I'm just showing you the thing. I'm not telling you to buy it.
Honestly, I would be in a lot more trouble if there were more Leos figures at this point.
You'd be fucked.
I'd be screwed.
Maybe it's a good thing they haven't made a pop-up parade Leos yet.
I just need one pop-up parade, okay? I don't need the 80 bajillion that Marcel has. They fucking have Itsuzumi. Like, where is my Leos, okay? Give me the boy.
They gave him the Figma.
Yeah, and I guess he does have the only Figma, but it's just like, excuse me?
The boy.
He deserves some more love, okay?
The beautiful boy.
He deserves some more. Like, Marcel has, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4,
it's like
5,
counting with the
6,
Tootsie Pop Owl.
7.
A 1, a 2.
Fuck.
Is there another one? What?
No, that Leos one came back, and I'm buying it now. Thank you. Limited only. Yes, my shipping.
I thought you
country...
already bought it.
No, that's a different one. United States.
Oh my god.
Flat rate. Perfect. Checkout. Wow.
You guys get to listen to Ori buy merch live.
Don't
this
say
should
my
be called
address
the
out
activities
loud.
of daily living stream. You got to hear me fill a contract and you got to hear Ori
That's good. Free.
Buy merch.
Use this address.
Actually, I didn't talk that much while I was doing that, so.
This is fine. Will you give me... Yes, thank you. Love autofill. Thank you very much. Can I please input? Thank you. Amazing. Sure. Good. Oh, I need to change. Hold on.
Didn't hold back at all. Just immediately went for
I've been
it.
waiting for it. It was out because I had missed the pre-order originally.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like back.
Damn, second rotation, let's go.
And so it's like, yeah, it's like literally there's like 3 left and I'm like, yes, I want this. Please allow me to put the number in.
One of those 3 can be yours.
Oh no, why won't you do this?
Oh no,
no. Let me put the number in.
Let me in. Let me in. To be fair, that was me with a lot of the Freerin figures.
Yeah.
Because I needed her.
Use this one. That's the shipping. Flat rate. Ship this item now. Yes, please. Place order. It's okay, Mars. It also comes with a gift for you.
Oh?
Remember when I bought 2? Remember when I bought 2 boyfriends things? This is a pack of 2. So it's not 2 Leoses, but you're gonna get the Marcel.
Oh, cute! Oh, that's gonna be so adorable.
Good. Okay. Did it place? I placed it! We got it! Woo! I did not
locked
forget to
and
change
loaded.
the scene. It's very specific and it's on a different monitor anyway. But yes, I was waiting for this to come back.
And tonight was your lucky night.
Yeah. Okay, I've added one more Laios. Okay, one,
I mean,
two,
just think, if we weren't streaming tonight, this would have happened during business meeting.
6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 Marsils, 10 Marsils, 11 Marsils. And there's one... That's not even counting the
There's a
plushie.
Marcel army!
And there's 1, 2, 3... Hold on. 1, 2,
Oh my god.
3... 5 Laioses!
They really said, ooh, elf girl, yes.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodness.
Dang, pastry puff. It's the mimic all over again. Okay.
And they each look slightly different.
I feel a little better now. But yeah, what is it? There were 3 left Mars when I looked and I ordered this, okay?
Holy shit.
So like
I wonder how many were there initially.
I have no idea. But I'll show it.
People are snatching up the Laioses.
Well, it's the set of 2, so it's like you have to get it in a set of 2, so it also is like the Marcel. But this is what I got.
Oh my gosh!
I've been waiting for them to come back into stock.
They sit.
They sit, and he'll be with my little laying full Laios. So cute. Yeah.
Yes, I've been saying forever, Pastry Puff, they should make barking Laios.
I need barking Laios.
That
Really
would
bad.
be so good. I actually haven't checked Good Smile in a while. Let's see what they got on there. Great, now you got me going over there. And I really can't buy anything right now.
The
no,
only...
wait. I want to sign up. I want to sign in.
So I have this Laios figure, and he's a cutie, which is the only one I have, like, in person. I pre-ordered all the rest of them that exist, though, and I will get them.
Or Ori's stacking her collection.
I need it. I need it. I need him. I need
got
him.
2 free
Look, I
ones that'll
know.
show up by
Ugh,
next year.
They're so cute.
And a Marcel that will ship in Q3 instead of Q4. Okay, all right.
Now you're gonna
Is this
actually
not
have me look at
Q3?
my pre-orders.
I wish I knew when Q3 began.
Q4 is October, right? Yeah, so
think so.
Q3 would be... Yeah, this month would be the first month of Q3, I think.
Ooh, nice. Oh, the noodle stoppers are so cute.
Yes. Both of my Figma... Oh, I'm sorry. My Figma Laios ships in 3 of 2025. Q1 of 2025 is the plushie. Yeah, oh, noodle stoppers this quarter. Q3 of 2024. Also, Nedroid Laios is Q3 of 2024. How nice. Tell me when it will ship. No, just the quarter. How grand. Yeah, soon I will have a Laios army. I love Laios. He's one of my favorite characters ever. I think literally... Yeah, Natsu holds a special place in my heart. But...
They made a Killua noodle stopper.
Ooh.
Mmm.
But I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Okay, my dream is to actually have a nice big bookshelf. Like, okay, you know how, like, you ever see those, like, really aesthetic, like, manga bookshelves people have? Where they have, like, the 2 tiers with, like, the glass, with, like, the acrylic stands so that your manga can stand, like, tiered, right? I am looking... Like, my goal in life is to have that because I have the entire Dungeon Meshi manga collection. I really hope to have the Dungeon Meshi DVD collection, and then also have all my little figurines, all my little Leoses with it.
All your little Leoses in a row.
Yes, pastry puff, it is so good, so good.
It's amazing.
Pastry puff, I think you're actually quickly approaching where the anime ends.
You are actually. Not there quite yet.
Not there quite yet, but you are.
But you're
getting
close.
You are getting close. No, but like Leos is like literally 100% autism rep without literally coming out and being like, "Hey, I'm autistic," because it just wouldn't work in the setting. You know?
Straight up.
But he is like blatantly.
Yeah, no, it's not just a headcanon.
It's so good. No. It's so good.
At this point, it's canon.
It's so good. Because it comes up with so many things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like, oh, a one-off, like, oh, we could, like, paint. No, it's like, very consistently, he has, like, nope, this is very...
a pattern of behavior.
Yeah, it really, really is. Okay.
One day they will do our boy justice and release more figures of him.
Again, you know what? I'm calming down as long as it happens eventually. Okay? As long as over the course of the next years, I can build up an obsessive amount of Leos figures, I can have a happy time.
As it
yes.
should be.
Pastry puff. So much with the like him being. I thought like you were my best friend, and Churro being like, I hated every moment existing with you, and him being like, why didn't you say that? So relatable.
I can't know these things unless you tell me.
Relatable.
Like, yes.
Fucking say it with your words.
What, you expect me to look into the nuances of non-verbal communication and subtle tonal shifts? Nah, man!
It's hard for non-autistic people, okay? There's so much like, you have to be a mind reader to like, and it's like, no. Just for everybody's sake, say what you're thinking. Okay? Like, for everybody's sake. Okay? You can do it in a nice way. You don't have to do it in like a blunt way, you know? But like, okay, I have a really good example. So it comes back around to college. In college, I had a falling out with 3 friends. They were friends because I said because they were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, and I wanted, like, this is in Discord, and I wanted to be part of the conversation. And so I just said something along the lines of like, oh, you know, I never really watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I never really got into any of the trading card game shows, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon. You know, I never really watched them. Because I didn't! I never did! I never have. It was
That's
not
just
part
a
of the
fact of Ori's life.
It was just me trying to be a part of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Conversation. Okay? That was it. That's all I was trying to say. Apparently, that was real bad vibes, and I was being real negative. And because of that, they made a separate group chat without me. And it was just like, why couldn't
like,
you say something?
Why?
Like, why? Like, why did it need to be this weird shit? Why couldn't you say something? Makes no sense. And then yeah, because they refused. They refused to be like, yes, we will communicate in a normal way, in a healthy way. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, can't be friends anymore then, I guess, because I can't deal with this, and y'all being shady behind my back.
It's just too much, and you shouldn't have to deal
with
that.
It's not worth it, you know.
Like, yes, there's some things you go through to maintain a friendship. That ain't one of them.
Oh, there's a very interesting thing. So even though I don't want to have children, I do watch a fair amount. Yeah. They were really sucky in the end. But we have Mars instead. And Mars is great. I recommend the Mars. This model is very fantastic. Though some may consider it a smaller size, I don't notice. Usually I'm sitting down with my Mars, so.
Upgrade to a Mars today. I'm travel size for your convenience.
Exactly. I was gonna say fits in a lot of places. Mars is small. Yes.
Grenade. I am very small. Well,
Mars.
Okay. In the realistic scheme of things, I am 5'2". I am
Which
average.
is still no. Isn't that shorter still? I thought 5'4" was the average.
Giants.
Yeah, that's a big. My just immediate
that
group.
was honestly a mistake on my part.
Of people in general. So yeah. So technically, well, Mars is. I thought 5'4" was the average for Americans.
That was 5'3".
I will say, I think overall Mars is slightly below average, but she's not super short. But
hey, listen, when you're lactose intolerant, you don't get a lot of dairy. Not a lot of height's gonna happen.
Yeah. But I am on the much taller side for women's average, and Dylan is on the slightly taller, like on the taller side for men's
He's
average.
On the even more tall side.
Doug is very tall. My father is pretty tall. Doug and Dylan's father is very tall. And basically all of our high school friends that Dylan and I hung out with are 6 feet and taller. So I feel like the shorty. And then I go out into the real world and I look over everybody's heads. And I'm like, oh, I forgot.
Like, oh, I guess I am tall.
I forgot that I am tall.
Grenade, I appreciate the vision, but I'm sorry, I must bring you to reality. I am not tall.
I can deny it no longer.
I can deny it no longer.
I am small. Yeah. So there's a YouTube short.
Say this. The agility I have, it's a pretty good trade-off.
There is a YouTube short that is where Mars and I basically do a Emperor's New Groove. And we walk on the screen. And I will say, now technically, Dylan pointed that out, I made Mars a little taller than she would be in reference to my character. But that is a much more accurate height description.
Artistic license.
It's a much more accurate height description of IRL. But I completely and utterly say I do not think about it very much because 90% of the time I spend with Mars in person is sitting on a couch watching anime. So
at eye
the
level.
height is not.
So it's
the torso
not a
is relatively the same length. It's the leg that adds the feet to it.
It's the leg that are the built-in high
It's the leg
heels.
that adds 6 inches, 7 inches.
You can tell you're tall because of how much deep you breathe. Really? That's a thing?
What? How much / how deep
Ori
I breathe?
Deeper than me?
Interesting. Mars is 8. No, I think so. I actually did a funny study in college. My college friends and I decided to measure all random parts of our body, so like leg, torso, and stuff, just to see who had the longest arms, proportional to their body or things like that. And it turned out the shortest person in our group had the longest torso, but the shortest legs. So it really varies greatly. So I do think that, to my knowledge, torso size is less variable.
We might have to break out the ruler.
Torso size is less variable, to my recollection, than leg size. So yeah.
And there you have it.
And there you have it indeed.
Thanks for thinking I'm tall, but I'm not.
you listen. Cinder being very tall is a very funny.
Cinder breathe a great
Cinder's
amount of air,
very
so he must
Cinder's
have
on
a
the shorter
big
side.
thorax.
Cinder's on the shorter
Huh.
side. Cinder's taller than Mars, but shorter than me.
I don't know.
I don't
if
think
the
that
amount
works.
of air equates to how tall you are.
Cinder is shorter than me, but taller than Mars.
Because the amount of air you could take and the volume of air, like, that's all dependent on
How?
capacity.
He just is.
Diaphragm.
Grenade, how
like,
tall do you think Dylan is tall?
think that. Well, Ori, you gave away the answer.
I did. That is true. Was he
How about
paying
Doug?
attention though?
How about Doug?
I kind of gave that one away too.
Damn it.
But yeah, no, Grenade, Cinder's on the shorter side. Cinder's shorter than me. Dylan has a shit-ass mic! Oh, wow.
His mic is better than mine! Or was better than mine.
Well, he has my mic now, so it's no longer a shit-ass mic.
And I have his mic now.
Okay, there we go.
Ooh.
This is a kitty OC.
I was about to say, kind of looking like Miles Tails Prower.
Yep. But Dylan does have a higher volume threshold. He has a better mic now though, so he should be better.
Yeah,
I
the
find the
peaking
most
should
annoying
stop.
thing about Dylan with the voice acting is just that his Miles Edgeworth is very quiet, but his Gumshoe is very loud. So it's very, very annoying when it's like, oh yes, you know, Your Honor, whatever is bulletproof. Hey, pal! What's up? It's just like, oh my god. Can we be in the middle? Please.
There is no middle.
There is no middle. Yeah,
There is no
yeah,
middle.
Grenade. It'll be a very long time. Sorry to say.
It's a ways off, but that's
Literally,
okay.
it could be a not ways off, specifically if the channel blows up enough to hire enough editing that it can come out more often. That's it.
That would be the dream.
So, guys, we're still slowly inching towards 1,000. We're at 984 last time I checked. So tell your friends, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel.
Spread the word.
Because we are getting
We can
so
hit it before
close.
Stream-iversary. I'm sure we can. Come on, guys. Don't make a liar out of me.
So close.
Can almost taste it.
Can almost taste it. And then we start making money on ads. And then I have fun plans for how that works in our videos, which I think will be really fun.
Oh, so exciting. All this change.
Yeah. The ad thing will come later, though. There's a bunch of Stream-iversary things to do first.
Okay, totally off tangent. I'm just kind of mindlessly scrolling through Good Smile right now. Can they please make an Edward Elric with the shirt and cloak on? Like, that's what makes him look badass. I want an Edward Elric figure with the shirt and cloak on, please.
Oh, yeah. Why do they do that sometimes?
Why did we do shirtless shonen boy?
Okay, you know what I will say? So my Natsu figure, he is built in a way where if I wanted to, I can remove his vest and his scarf.
Okay, but at least you have the option.
But that's what I'm saying. So why can't you do that
Here I got no
with
choice.
Edward? Why can't you?
I just get abs out, skin out Edward.
That's so sad.
Okay, that's all right, but I don't want it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I want the signature red cloak.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that?
It's very important.
It's crucial to the character design.
I don't think we'll have like sponsors grenade, but basically, I don't, you know, I don't care about spoilers on this. Basically, the plan is that for like the mid ad reels that'll roll during, you know, our thing, in theory, I should be able to know and place when they're gonna happen. So we're gonna have like classic anime style intermission like title card thing, but in the Full Metal Alchemist. So we'll be saying
Ace
like
Attorney.
Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney,
Ace Attorney.
yeah, and have that happening, which is very exciting for me.
It
also means that I really want to have like a little opening thing to videos, which might happen eventually. I don't think it would ever be, you know, the 1.5-minute anime openings, because I feel like YouTube videos are not the place for that.
30 seconds at most.
Yeah, probably even less. Like, shing, and that's it, and we're done. You know, like we all strike a pose, and then it goes in. That would be interesting.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
But those are all future things.
That they are. One step at a time.
I definitely am like, there's always a part of me where it's like, no, you know, the formula's good, don't change it, don't make the videos seem old in the past. And it's like, nah, but you gotta grow as you do things.
But that's kind of what happens.
Yeah,
you hone your craft,
it just
you
is
get
what it
better.
Or you come up with, like, I will say most of this is coming up with new ideas. You know, like adding animations was coming up with new ideas. Production value. Exactly. I just see my whole thing is definitely like I know that I've gone back to like watch a series from a YouTuber and it's like, oh, the quality is like sad, you know, because it's old, but it's like you can't help that, and the true fans, you know, they'll watch it anyway.
Can be like night and day difference sometimes.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, I bet if I was to go back and watch the old Captain Sparkles Minecraft Let's Play, it'd be wild. Because there's also, you just get used to higher quality. And I will say, so that was an interesting thing.
Definitely.
I watched a video. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I think you're about to touch on the same subject, so you tell it.
Oh, okay. I watched a video and it talked about how like it was difficult for newer YouTubers to like become a thing because their production is lower because they're usually themselves and one person, and you don't have the ability to make like such high production videos, and you need to start somewhere. Nobody can just start with having like all this high-tech equipment and everything like that. You work your way up. But because people are so used to the big YouTubers who've had that time to work their way up from something, you know, from potato, you know, that was the joke, right? Potato camera and potato mic and everything. Good night, Pastry Puffs. See you on Friday.
Night, Pastry.
They can have the cool stuff now, but it like makes it difficult because they expect, you know, the viewers expect a higher quality from, you know, even amateur new YouTubers right off the bat and stuff like that. So, you know, I think we've hit a good middle ground. Our mic work was definitely not great at the beginning, and it's still not perfect, but I kind of accept that it's just
using earbuds and my laptop.
I accept that it will not be perfect because I don't have, or anytime soon plan to have the ability to have both Dylan and I in a room that has super recording abilities. You know, I don't expect Mars to ever have
those.
The solely thing I do plan on re-recording during videos is if we fully cut out on a line. I have been like, you know, add that in.
That it's necessary.
That's whatever. But otherwise, you know, if it just cuts out a little bit, I leave it in. I don't have the ability, the time, the money to go and fix all that. And so, you know, just it is what it is.
'Tis what it is indeed.
Mike is the thing that suffers the most from the 2080 rule. What's the 2080 rule?
2080 rule.
My biggest thing is there's certain voices and there's certain, like, noises. Like, the mics just don't pick up good on crying.
No, they really don't.
Especially when you're in, like, a higher pitch. And they
Poor
also
Pearl.
it's very difficult to scream. You know? I really need to look up.
Thing is, you gotta modify your own scream. So it's like, I have to scream high pitch, but not so high pitch that they can't hear me. Like, it
Still
doesn't
didn't
feel
work.
natural at all. And it still didn't work. So what's the point?
So, like, I think my biggest thing, and so Grenade, if you have any input about this, and maybe I should spend some more time into, like, actually researching it, but having sort of, like, how do the professionals even do it, you know? How do they get all those screams in anime and stuff recorded through a mic? Is it just the equipment, or is there a technique that I'm not using? Compressors. So is that... But okay, Grenade. I tried compressors once, and it's very... It cuts you off still, in a different way. I need an XLR setup. I don't know what that is. Is that like the board? Is that the fancy board? Because we're not getting that.
I definitely don't have that.
Yeah, I don't know what an XLR setup is. I tried electronic compressor. Yeah. I'd be willing to try a physical one if it's not like $1 bajillion. You know, like, what is the budget, right?
Yeah. As long as it's not too much of an investment.
They're really finicky. Okay. What's a physical compressor then?
That's not promising.
Well, that's the electronic ones he's saying is finicky. The ones I tried, which I found were not good.
So that makes sense. That checks out.
Yeah. XLR is professional connect. I'm assuming you mean compressors or like the sort of stuff. Like USB is for the public. Oh. Okay. So you're saying the connection thing, the big chunky aux jack that does something fancier than USB? You DM'd me an image. Let's look at.
Is that what's needed?
Oh. Okay.
Ori Epiphany live.
I didn't realize that did that much. It's used in guitars and stuff. Does my computer have that jack?
That's a good question.
I do not think so. No, definitely not. I need an interface. Okay. But I'm assuming that this thing, this XLR thing, has to be something that is built in with a mic. Takes up a lot of space and is kind of pricey. Okay, we've gotten far afield now. Then what do I need, Grenade? How do I get a level where I can scream and cry and not cut off all the time? My audio is not bad? Well, then Dylan's audio should pick up really hardcore because he got the same mic I do. I have. He got the exact same mic. So his audio should pick up
work out
real
pretty
good.
well.
I'm glad that my audio is not bad. Yes, but. Okay. We're hearing all the buts.
There's the asterisk.
Discord compression. Is that really the big thing? Okay, Grenade. I have a question. What do you have a program that you would recommend Mars and Dylan recording themselves on? Because if you do, that'd be easy. And we'll try to remind them to do it. So I'm gonna say, if you think that, because I will say, my problem is I still scream, and I'm not recording through Discord, I'm recording through OBS. I'm recording through OBS, so that's not a thing. I'll still peek, and it'll still yell at me! Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that definitely did not come through.
It's not even just you, I'm looking at, like, the levels, and everything like that. But if you really think, Grenade, that it would really improve, we could try, and I could just have the Craig Discord backup in case they fail for some reason, and we forget. But it wouldn't help with the peaking, yeah. But if you think it would really, do you think it would really improve Dylan and Mars's audio quality for the thing? Because if you think it would be a substantial difference, we'll go through it. We'll make it happen. You have to hear Dylan's new mic first. All right, Friday.
Okay, Friday will be the test of truth.
Friday will be the test of truth. Whether you can make it live or listen in a little after just to see. You'll also be hearing Mars's new setup with the mic that Dylan had.
Yes. So everyone's getting judged that night.
Well, not me. I'm the same old, same old.
Don't you have a new mic?
Did I go YOLO? So I kind of watched a tutorial. It wasn't very in-depth. It wasn't YOLO. But it's like, so in OBS, I can... Oh! Well, look at this. Okay. Secret. Look at this. I have a compressor on my mic in OBS right now. I have a compressor on
there
it.
you go.
In it. It's happening. Now, I did stuff with the things, but I don't think the video I watched was particularly helpful in having me understand what the little things mean. And I can't do it for Mars and Dylan specifically. They would have to get OBS, and that's how they would record themselves separately. Here, I'll send you a picture of what it looks like, Renee. That's what my compressor thing looks like right now.
Get a little peek behind the scenes.
But, yeah. And that's what all my audio is from, OBS. The reason that Mars... Ow. Well, Mars and Dylan... So, it's... Okay, backing up. We could make Mars and Dylan's audio better for the videos, but we're still using Discord for the stream. And so it wouldn't improve for the stream. I don't know how I would fix that. Solely because their audio is specifically coming through my desktop audio.
I don't know if that's an issue that can be fixed.
The way it seems it would be fixed is by not using Discord, by using something instead of Discord that might be better for that. You know, I do know that our rally friends use something else. But I don't know what it is, and I'm pretty sure it costs money. Sounds good, Grenade. I would much appreciate it.
If it's reasonable and not subscription-based money, I'd be willing to look into it.
I sadly think it is subscription money, as most things are wont to be.
They shouldn't want to be.
Yeah, they shouldn't want to be. But such is life. Well, Grenade, we are gonna sign off, so just DM me about it more. As I will be awake for a little longer, but I do have to wake up god-awful early tomorrow again. But thank you all for coming. Thank you, Grenade, for your help so far, and I look forward to more of your help
so much, Grenade.
in the DMs. I got some stuff done. This is the last one I have to line.
You got a lot of stuff done. You were bouncing between like 3 things tonight.
Yeah. And then I'll have almost all the art fight attacks I want done. So that'll be great. Hopefully I can post them all to this week so that if people do want a revenge, they'll have a week left. But we'll see. Otherwise, we'll see you all Friday, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely Thursday.
For the Dylan
and
show.
Grenade, I'll see you in the DMs. Alrighty. Thanks for coming. Good night.
We'll see you then, guys. Good night.
Dylan just yelled, no! Alright, bye.
Bye. Talk to you tomorrow.